Hey,
Recording in
folks.
progress. I've
Recording in
got it.
progress. Thank you, Betty. So, today,
Hmm.
with the open hearth, we are playing the Policy of Truth, which is going to be rough. This is a three forged game um, from, I don't know, a few years ago about CIA handlers and their local Iraqi agents in 2004, Baghdad. Um, we are, I guess, going to play one of each. Each of us will play a CI handler. Each of us will play an agent, and we'll be doing extremely dangerous intelligence gathering missions. Some of us may end up dead, or ruined, or both. Who knows? We should do safety. Obviously, we're going to be using a layered set of safety tools, the X card. So if anything comes up that we definitely do not want, we can X card it, take it out of the game, maybe rewind. We don't have to justify what we're X carding. Maybe we want to discuss exactly what we're X carding so we don't repeat it if it's unclear. The next thing, we're going to use lines and veils. So we have a safety tab in the character keeper, which I guess we should go through now.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, there's a lot of nastiness built into the time and place
Hmm.
and the
Hmm.
people we're playing, but still, we can line or veil or ask first anything that we really don't want. So, Cthulhu and Elder Gods is off the menu for sure.
Oh, wait, why would that even be on the menu? How
Because
did
this
I get
is
on the menu?
because this is a generic menu I use for everything,
Oh,
Lloyd.
fair
So,
dues.
um,
Yep, that's it. That's my five. I got my
okay,
three. That's my
okay,
usual three. Oh, hold on, wait. Also,
uh,
also that. I not that I think we're doing it,
yeah,
but my usual ones are no transphobia, because never any no homophobia, no racism, no sexual assault.
okay,
Those are my standard for what I like to go with.
okay. That sounds good to me. I've added Cthulhu and Elder Gods
Hmm.
because this is not that game.
Hmm.
And then I put a veil on consensual sexual activity.
So I
Just
feel
who
because we
knows?
fucking right.
We probably,
I mean,
if
like,
we're
come
totally
on, we
professional.
gotta get some booty in there. Like that's gonna happen. I gotta have a loved one. We gotta get it on. I gotta flirt with my handler. It's important.
Okay, so with all that dealt with, let's do a quick. Um,
Oh, wait, hold up. We need to talk about torture
we do.
before we do anything else. I feel
Okay.
torture should be an ask first because the subject matter that we're playing with is associated with torture.
Yeah.
So we should probably put torture on ask first for a safety tool
Okay.
because
Um,
we don't know how we feel about, because there's a difference between movie torture, which is like the TV movie torture, and then role playing in real life. And I feel like an ask first would be to be
yeah,
okay with that, to make sure it's not
and also, I guess the dice will decide if any action we take is effective or not. But
yeah.
we could say, you know, uh, torture being successful, like in the movies or the TV show, is
Mhm.
gonna not gonna happen, right?
Yeah, and
Let's
also,
put an
but it
ask
depends
first,
on,
and then we can
yeah, we
sidebar.
depends on how we want to do torture, because torture is like literally one of the options we have is someone gets tortured.
Yeah,
So we gotta know whether we're gonna be like, oh, we kind of said they were tortured, but we're not gonna go back into it. Or if we as the CIA want to torture someone to get information out of them,
yeah,
like, yeah, I feel like ask first would be the safest bet for that. Don't know, I love you, but I barely know you enough to think that you'd be okay with a certain level of torture. I don't think I want to go down that road too quickly.
sounds good. Okay, so um, the situation. So we'll just do a quick recap. There's a lot here which you can refer to in the past or in the future. So Baghdad, September 2004.
Hmm.
The coalition occupation of Iraq is 18 months old. The Abu Ghraib torture scandal is a year old, as is any dream of a unified, stable Iraq that welcomes its invaders as liberators. There's still talk of upcoming elections and stabilization, but things are rapidly spinning out of control. Resistance began with the guerrilla units of the former regime and then metastasized into sectarian militias and later still jihadist groups, all of whom have their own agendas, many of whom hate each other, but all of whom gladly target multinational, the MNF forces. Okay, there's three main kind of other factions in the game, which I've done a quick summary of in the missions tab, Who's Who. So there's the Jamaat al Tawhid wal Jihad, who are a Sunni militia. Its founder and leader is a Jordanian named Abu Musab al Zakari.
Hmm.
There's the Jaish al Mahdi, or the Mahdi Army, is a Shia militia that rallies around the politically savvy cleric Muqtada al Sadir. And there's the Jaish Mohammed, which is an insurgent group comprised of former members of Saddam Hussein's Ba'athist regime, mostly Sunni ex-security, intel, and police force, who are mostly put out, I think, not ideologically, but because they've been excluded by the Americans from partaking in any government or official roles in the new Iraq. So the tempo of violence in Baghdad is increasing. There's a yawning gulf of information unavailable to MNF planners, and it's costing lives every day. And now, in a cramped office somewhere in the green zone, a CIA operations officer and an Iraqi agent are meeting, and they both think the agent is going to fix that. Heady optimism. Okay, so we each create a handler and an agent. So in the characters section of the character keeper, there's space for four characters, an agent, their handler, and another agent, their handler. They're kind of vaguely paired together. So the important thing here is that we have options and all these drop downs for both, but we shouldn't pick an option that someone else has already picked.
Sure.
So, like, two of our agents will not be from Ramadi. Right, we're going to be from different places and different backgrounds and so on. So I guess, Lloyd, you want to pick your favorite color between green and blue and pick that agent, and then
All right, I'll
I'll
pick
do.
the blue agent and yellow handler.
Okay, sounds like a plan. And the other important thing to note is that you'll see for the agents, there's checkboxes beside some of these questions.
Hmm.
That means that we have a prompt that we pick now, and then there's a space to write in an explanation.
Okay.
But we don't explain it till we need to or we want to in a scene. And when we explain it, we
Get
check
a
the
plus one.
box and we get a bonus.
Gotcha.
Um, so, um, so let's do, maybe we'll do agents first, or do you want to do handlers first?
Let's do agents first.
Okay. Um, so I am, for my agent, I'm thinking of being from Sadr City, a poor Shia working class family.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna be from a middle class family, actually. They're from Sahab South.
Okay. So that means we're both Shia,
Mm-hmm.
which means we will be exposed a little if we have to
Go on
do
the
a
side.
Sunni mission, right?
That's right. In that case,
Uh,
I'll jump
oh,
to. I will grab the middle class Sunni farming family.
okay. Great, right. That was not. That wasn't like saying we couldn't do that, but that's just saying this is um, where our weakness will be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are we working for the CIA?
I'm gonna go with. They gave me no choice.
Okay. That was the one that jumped out at me too, right?
I know that's why I took it first because you took mine the first. The
Oh,
Sherwood
okay.
Boys family, so I took this with you.
Damn it.
Good luck. Enjoy needing money, punk.
I'm gonna want revenge instead.
Oh, suck.
Okay. Why do they think you are valuable to them?
You can go first.
Uh, ooh. I think I promised them that I know everyone. We'll find out the gap in my knowledge in play.
I've faked documents saying I've done it all.
Okay. And who is counting on me? Gonna go first here.
Oh, I'm gonna say my mother, father, aunt. No, my mother, sister, children. Oh, I want to. Yeah, my mother, father, and aunt Sundis and old Silla Hamza. Need me.
Okay. I'm gonna pick mother-in-law's spouse, boys, and Camilla, the orphan daughter of my best friend. We will
Oh,
find out what happened to them, obviously, which will be super interesting and not at all bad. And in what way are we a fuck up?
you first.
Oh god.
Yeah, nice try. So you're trying to be like, oh, I want an easy one. Nope. You pick
No,
it first, and I'll pick the harder one.
I guess I'm gonna go with double agent.
I knew you were gonna pick it too. I was like, he's gonna pick up Asian, isn't he? I knew
Okay,
it. I have a lover on the side.
of course, of course.
Because I told you we fucking tonight. Like it's happening.
Okay.
Do we pick two
Uh,
or one? Or one, yeah. And what resource can I bring to bear? Violence into no, I'm picking that. I wanted to, but I'm actually gonna pick ready cash, scarce goods, or illegal services.
okay, I'll go with violence terror just because I heard your wish. I will fulfill that wish. Awesome.
All right, that was easy.
That was easy. We're not stirring up trouble for ourselves at all.
At
Okay.
least you won.
And a handler. Oh, I should pick a name.
Yep.
I will go with Hamid. And my CIA call sign. Do you want to pick your CIA call sign first?
I haven't thought of one yet. Let me tell you, I'm gonna go with yeah, DB Tundra.
Okay. I will go with Nashville. Because obviously, whoever gave me that likes two kinds of music, country and western.
Nice.
It's an old joke, but I'm not going to say it's a good joke, but it's an old joke, at least.
Not
Okay,
really.
our handlers. Um, where are you from?
Great. I gotta have a name first. I'm gonna go with Garcia because it's nice. And then where am I from? Oh, I feel my first handler for Nashville is some guy from Connecticut because you said he liked country and music and country and western. So
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure Connecticut is really, country and.
it's Connecticut's close enough,
Okay.
especially
Uh,
a Protestant, you know.
okay. Let me see. Okay, I will go with Queens, New York, because you know what are you gonna do?
I mean, where else gonna be?
Yeah. And Klein is my handler's name. Why are we working for the CIA?
You first.
Me first.
I might change that from Garcia. Garcia is too real. I think it'd be Forbes.
Forbes has that, Connecticut old money
Yeah.
kind of name, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I think I need overseas tour checked in order to get promoted.
I'm not sure. Hmm. I don't. You know what? I think due to the person who my agent is, I'm gonna say I actually am here for the action. By action, I mean mayhem.
Okay. Why do they think you are valuable to them?
My case, I'm very good at handling field agents.
Okay. I'll go with a good analyst, spotting trends and patterns. Who is counting on you? Uh, I'm going to go with soldiers and marines. Your intelligence may save from dying badly.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Citizens of Iraq. Fuck that shit. Get out of here. The citizens of Iraq need me.
Okay. And in what way are you a fuck up?
Ooh, I mean, better be good options here. Let's take a look. I gotta get my notes out so I can remember what I'm thinking. Um, I lack sensitivity and social skills. Actually, that doesn't make sense for who I am. I do have discipline and ambition. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, I lack sensitivity and social skills.
Okay. I think we'll go with discipline and ambition.
And finally, what resource do you bring to bear? I will say I have a network of people who know and like me.
Okay. I will go with a wide network of people who hate me but owe me favors.
There we go. All the options picked.
Oh, joy. Okay. And a picture. Okay. Okay, I think we're in business. So, the first thing we do,
Mhm.
um, I guess we've done it out in the open, so I'm not sure. Do we need to add some extra details to our characters, or are we happy to
I
go with what
feel
we
this is
have?
everything we need to start.
Yeah, yeah. We'll color in the
Yeah.
gaps
Hmm.
later, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So, um, the calendar is the frame of the game. So we do the last week of August and the first 3 weeks of September properly in play, and then the last week of September is like a coda. Uh, for each of those weeks, we're tasked with um, collecting intelligence. Um, Before we do that, we like look at the news of the week, word on the street, and then we have a list of intelligence we need in each one. The handlers meet at the beginning of each week to set the gender for their agents, decide who's probably going to go on what or whatever makes sense. And then the handler meets their agent, um, deal with any questions, manage expectations, all that kind of stuff. And then we get into the meat of it, which is the four um, operations, the field work. Um, on the missions tab, you'll see a couple things. One is on the left hand side, we have a list of mission options.
Hmm.
These are things that we can tick as a once off to give ourselves like a bonus to our success number, right?
All right. All right.
The company, the tradecraft, family, and contacts. Anyone can tick to use. The daily grind is for handlers. So basically, if the agent wants that extra, they gotta like beg borrow their handler to tick that box.
Gotcha.
And then on the right hand side, sorry, the other thing we can do, which is worth reminding you of, is if we answer any of those questions that are hanging over our agent,
Mm-hmm.
that gives us a one solve plus one bonus as well.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay. And then the second part of that missions tab is the calendar. So this is split up into the 4 working weeks, and we, I guess I think we have to succeed in 3 or 4 missions every week to keep
To
our
keep going,
handlers in the job.
otherwise you get fired.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
I love you. Like, I don't know what happens in the game. Do we just stop? Does it end early if you
I think
can't
we
do
should
three or
just
four
keep going
missions?
till our agents are dead, right? That's or wish they were.
Uh,
Uh, sorry, the rules do say that we can reattempt any mission that hasn't been successful, either with the same agent or a different agent.
mhm.
The success number it gets more difficult because now our target is ready for us. Um, okay, so
Well, let's start it up. Let's do a meeting.
yeah, so where do we think we? I guess our handlers meet in the green zone somewhere in some very safe office or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do we think? The kind of presumably or officers know each other, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do we think we have like a well established routine or dynamic, or what do you think?
No, I think this is the first time we've worked together.
Okay.
We know each other, but it's the first time we worked together
Okay.
because we're very much like very opposite people.
Sure.
So I think because like I'm here because I'm here to fucking kill some bitches, and you're like, I just want to get this done and go home.
Yeah. And in fairness, everyone else wants me to go home too.
Fair, 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 fair.
Okay. So yeah, we should role play, and then we have our list of 4 things. Right. Okay. So let
Okay.
me remind myself of your name, Forbes, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Agent Klein. I will not be
Uh,
putting on an American country accent, but I have an American country accent.
okay.
I will not be doing it.
I will not be putting on a.
Otherwise, we're gonna come in here and talk like this the whole time. And nobody wants to hear that on the recording for the next 3 hours. No, nobody
Yeah.
wants it.
Um, thank you for that. All of our, dozens of watchers also thank you for
there are ones of us.
that. Hey Forbes, what's the story?
Well, for one thing, well, actually before we do, we need to describe our office. Can we describe our office?
We can describe our office, yeah.
All right. Looking at the options for things we can get back. Because there's like an evicted from your air conditioned trailer, which I'm like, that's quite interesting. Does that mean we're in a trailer or that's where we live?
Yes, I mean, it could be an air conditioned, shipping container, right?
All right.
If we want to be really seat of the pants about it, but
That's fair.
yeah.
Okay, so there's a lovely shot of Iraq as it is. There's a few like cuts through like going past the Iraq what's called 9/11, followed by the Afghanistan invasion, followed by the Iraq invasion, followed by Saddam Hussein statements and a statement of that guy like being like, oh, they're not coming to the walls, don't worry about it. All of that through, and then it pans to Iraq of 2004, which is incredibly unstable and things a little bit high. And we have a little shot of like all the 3 main factions that we're going to be seeing around it. And when we cut to the green zone, which is, of course, this lovely little center of like Iraq with like these palm trees and greenery all around and mostly fairly well maintained. And to one of the buildings within the green zone, it's like big brown box building, large tinted windows, so you can't see in, but you can see out. And we cut to a floor in the office, which is of course guarded by well, not office, the door itself is guarded by two full-on dressed American militiamen who come in. I show my papers. They let me in. I'm like rushing. I'm sweating like I'm absolutely covered in, like I can't deal with the heat because I'm an American fat guy, so I can't take it. I rush on up in there. I open the door. I come into the intelligence area. The cool air blows against me. I'm like, oh. And then I come inside to a very small office where it's pretty much happenstance. So there's two tables. They face opposite each other. I'm on one end, you'll be on the other end, and it's an open plan office, but these like what's called glass panels that have been put up to give us the illusion of personal space where we have none because it's a glass panel, it doesn't really stop anything.
Yeah.
And I come in, I have this like CTU idea in my head, I don't know why. And as I sort of come in and I go through the metal detector, I'm not sure if you're already in your seat. Will you be on your seat by the time I get there? Because you said I'll be there early. Well, sometimes I'll be there late.
Yeah, I'm definitely there already.
Oh, fair dues. In that case, I come on around. I'm like, Agent Klein.
Hey, Forbes. Glad you could join us.
Well, you know what? You can't rush perfection. That's what I always say. That's what my daddy always used to tell me. Let me just take this off. It's boiling out there. Don't know how they live like this. Don't know at all. It's an actual pleasure to finally get a chance to work with you. I thought your work from the 2002 invasion was generally superb. I think that I am honored to be in your presence, and I'm looking forward to catching some bad guys.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
Well, should we? I'm a little bit flustered because I'm like, well, that was really short. But okay, well, that's fine. Should we get started?
Uh,
I took the liberty of looking at the paperwork last night. Barely got any wink of sleep. I guess we should start by giving any information we want to give out and what we wish to do.
yeah. Listen, your agent Tundra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's a good fit for. Um, there's some Sunni action in there, right? I think the Al Zakari, Al Zubaidi.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think it's a tough one, but I think we want to see how your agent performs. What do you think?
Listen, Tundra is a great person. I think they do a lot of really good work, but they're more suited for more subtlety. They're not really a go in there and get the things done. So if we're going to do a mission, at first surveillance mission would be more sensible.
Okay. Yeah.
However, I'm not opposed to us sending in a big, bulking hulk of a man to go take things down. Tell me, how has it been like working with your agent Nashville?
I would say I am sometimes afraid. But hey, you got to work with the tools you're given. So
I can respect that. I can respect that. If you ever want to give me tips as to what to do and in case things go bad, you can always ask me. I took a super special psychology course for the people of multiple languages, and I speak for myself. So if you want to get information, just let me know.
well, you know how to say, please don't shoot me in all four of those languages, right?
Actually, that you can't actually say the words "please don't shoot me" in two of them. Those actually are American words. So it's best to say in American because then they're most less likely to shoot you.
Mm.
If you ever get a situation where someone's about to shoot you, don't say "please don't shoot me" in a civil language. Say in American and say it with the same drawl that I have now. Trust me, get out of the situation.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Sounds good. Right, let's get it sorted. I'll give them a call so we can find out.
So your gal is doing two of these, right?
Two of these?
Two of these missions are yours for the week.
Two of these? You want me
Two
to
of
do two?
these. Yeah. And we're
I was kind of
stretching.
hoping we'd
I'm
do.
not sure if you noticed, but Baghdad is a bit of a mess. We need all hands to the pump.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to a barbecue this weekend.
Well, we can also do that.
Don't know if we'll have time for that and also doing two missions. Are you also doing two missions in your own?
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to just say, let's not bother with one of
That's
them.
that's probably best. Tell you what, why don't we sort out the surveillance first? We got a week. We can work on the other ones as we're moving up, and then we can see how things go.
Okay. Um,
By the
well,
way, I take it that's a yes for barbecue this weekend.
sure. I
My
mean,
place,
I presume lots of people will be there, right?
just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah, only me and a couple of people I've been working with the last few weeks. I've been here a while, so if you want to pop down and try it out, couldn't hurt you to be sociable.
It couldn't, I suppose.
Worst comes to worst, you just get a little bit of food poisoning from my ribs.
Really selling it, but maybe I'll just stick to the burgers and beer, right?
Fine. I didn't make those though. Better watch what the meat is. You know what I'm saying? Don't know where it comes from, Iraq. Hey.
Okay.
All right. Let's figure this out. Layla, fantastic person, great at surveillance. She'd be a killer at that. Which one of these do you want to take?
I think Hamid might do the scouting in Sadir City and find out about this ambush.
Like I said, Hamid's a blunt instrument. You sure don't send him on the leverage?
Uh, well, I'm thinking that the ambush might be dangerous too, right? Because there's
Hmm.
ambushers.
All right. Well, let's start. Let's make it simple. Let's conjure on bringing the surveillance happen. We'll definitely stop the ambush. And maybe the plan for renewed hostilities would be a good idea too. Work it down the list. Doesn't seem to be any time reference to making these done. All of these
Well,
seem to be taking a moment. As long as we get them done by the week, we should be fine.
yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, if we want to cut our cloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe we say let's not bother about Mahir Al Zabadi.
Let's leave that one for last.
Okay. Um, okay. So you want to send?
Leia,
Yeah.
she's
Uh,
she's a wizard. This stuff she'll sort it out.
yeah. 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 Um, so I realize, Lloyd, that
Yes.
we should be pairing up differently, right? We should not be handling our own agent.
So I figured that too, but I was
Yeah.
like, you were saying we were, and I was like, oh, okay, I
Oh no,
guess.
no. No, we should definitely be paired up so that we can have a conversation when we're briefing
Yeah,
our
because I was
agent.
like, how am I gonna talk to myself? I guess
No,
I'll lend you mine. But I
I'm
was like,
not.
I'll leave it. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, no, I didn't. You were right. Um, okay. Uh, so, uh, who do you want to do first?
All right, let's do Leia first. Let's do surveillance because that's gonna be task zero. So we're gonna have to figure out how to really make that work.
Okay. So, do you want to do a briefing between Klein and Layla?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. Where do you think we meet? Do
We
we
don't.
meet out outside the green zone or
Phone
in
call,
the?
baby. Come on. Like we've already established that Klein does not want to be here.
Yeah.
Klein is an analyst and she's come through. She's not the kind of person that will meet her agent. What's called meet Layla in person. She's already done a one in person meet. She wouldn't doesn't seem like the kind of person to do it. And Leia's like, I have a phone specifically in my pocket for taking calls from you.
Okay. Okay.
It's always on silent, and you text me a time you want to call, and I'll call you back on that time.
Okay. Uh,
Also, it makes me look like a drug dealer because I have multiple phones.
so bring, right?
All right. So yeah, I'm not in the green zone. I'm actually at home cooking,
Okay.
and I look at my phone. I look over. There's some noise going on in the other room. I yell back and Sunni back to them, and then I go outside. Got the phone. I'm like, talk to me.
Hey, you free to talk?
You wouldn't be calling. I wouldn't be answering her. I wasn't.
Well, I like to ask anyway. Um, so we
That's
got
nice of
some
you.
jobs lined up for you.
I'm listening.
Okay. So first off, um, there's a task here to surveil to establish pattern of activity and context of the Sheikh Safa al Tamimi, particularly the location of his death house and points of contact of Muqtada al Sadir.
What's it gonna do with what my skills are?
Well, surveillance.
Ugh. Surveillance takes time. I have to set up. I have to get things going down. Is this? This seems like a lot of work.
Well, it is a lot of work.
All right. What support am I gonna get from you for this?
Well, we can. What do you think you need?
All right. Surveillance, cash. I've got some on me, but not enough to make sure I buy everything up. Surveillance is a difficult job, especially in Iraq. It's not about what you see, it's about who you know and how they know what you're doing. And he's able to get in and out without being spotted, which means I need to pay a lot of people to make sure things don't happen like that. I have some ready cash on me, and I can do some illegal stuff to get some other people to help out and leave certain people to be appointed on that job. But I need to pay for their silence.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
I'll send you a transfer instance. If I don't get the money, I can't do the job. It's
Well, I
that
was
simple.
I was thinking a suitcase full of euros.
Euros.
Yeah, I mean dollars would be a bit on the nose, right?
No, you're not wrong. I could work with that. A whole suitcase?
Well, you say you need a lot of money to splash to keep people silent, so yeah, I think keep people
All
silent or
right.
keep people doing the job.
Okay. Done and dusted. Let's get that done. You get anything else you can provide?
Well, you've got plenty of resources yourself, otherwise you wouldn't have the job.
Wow. Now that's more like the client I know. I'd say goodbye, but I'd be meaning it.
Okay,
Click.
click.
All right.
um,
Oh, well, that gives me a success rating of 1.
yes.
How do we get more?
So all of those options in the mission
Okay.
are up for grabs.
All
Um,
right. So this is my specialty, is knowing people. So I would say one of her main things of starting up is the area that Sheikh Safar al-Tamadi was from. There's an old man in the square that we see Layla sort of walking past, sitting down next to him, and she's got like a wrap of food in her hand, and she sort of passes it over to him to make sure he's fine. He's like, thank you, gracious. And she smiles and she taps him on the shoulder, and then she walks out. But he takes the wrap, which is like food on the top end, and he opens inside and pulls out a small bag. And the small bag is just a wrap of euros wrapped up as it is, which he puts directly down into his pocket and then carries on eating the food because let's not fucking waste it. You know what I'm saying?
okay, so that's Jabbar Ali, the old man of the square. It brings
Yep. So
us
that's
up to a
2.
2.
We are running out real quick. Okay, listen. Okay, listen. No matter what happens, we have to always make sure we have at least 3. So then it's a 50-50 shot.
50-50. Yeah, we can live with
At
that.
least. At least. So I think one of the no, I don't want to establish anything about
Can
Layla just
can I
yet.
give you an idea?
Go on then.
Obviously, if I'm passing over a bunch of money,
Mm-hmm.
the CIA demands accounting and paperwork that you can't possibly complete, like receipts.
Yes, I like it. Click it.
Bureaucracy is our greatest nightmare, right?
Nice.
Okay. So do you want to push for a 4 in your first mission? Get something under your belt.
Not really.
Okay.
We have so little of these. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20.
We've
We
got
got
30. Yeah.
what? We got
Ter-
30 of these. That's not enough to make every mission work.
but like a lot of the missions start at success of 2, so you're already halfway there, right?
That is true. All right, in that case, let's grab one of the tops. And I'm gonna say that no, not dangerous suspicious.
So
Doesn't make
the
sense to
thing that's
me.
worth noting is that the bad stuff that you're checking is maybe comes true if you're successful, but probably will be delivered on if you are unsuccessful, right?
Fair dues. So
Um,
I think me having to be out of the house a lot is a good time for my family to be introduced.
mhm.
So I'm actually living with my mom and dad. And I'm living with my aunt, but I go visit my mom and dad a lot to make sure they're okay and see them. And there's a moment where both of them, I go see them during one of the days of the week, and they go, "Oh, it's time." And when I go, "What's time?" All of them, both of them freeze and don't say anything, just look at me in disdain. But then they keep quiet, and I realize what I've said, and I go, "Sorry, mama." And she sort of nods quietly, and my dad doesn't say anything because my dad never talks.
Mhm.
And all of us go forward, and we go to a small grave which has been placed up there where my brother's name has been written on it. And missing in action since 2002.
Okay, so missing in action means that
My
he.
brother, my brother was involved in an explosion during the American raid,
Okay,
and no one has seen him since.
okay,
And we suspect he died in the raid, but we have nobody to prove it.
okay. So check that box and write in a quick explanation to remind us. Okay, so that gets you up to 4.
All right. I think we are now officially ready to take that role. So
Uh,
yeah, it's over the course of a few days. I give the thing to the man. The man is the one that goes out and he starts making contacts and pointing people out, and they start watching the area. And once every time when he's done, he just sends me a text, and I see the text, and I go to a drop point and I pick up images that they've left behind from cameras and things like that. Because remember, it's 2004. We
yeah,
don't have iPhones yet.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
All right, now comes the moment of truth. I gotta roll some dice.
Uh, do you want to just roll them? Okay,
All right, we want a 4 or less.
yeah,
3, baby.
3.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so
Easy mission.
um,
Easy mission.
if
Easy.
so, it's not a 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it's equal to or lower than the mission's current success number. It's a success. There will be
Mm-hmm.
additional fictional cost as well. Negative mission outcomes become real. So, um, so maybe tell us what success looks like, and then we'll think of those ugly outcomes.
All right, so like it's technically Tuesday when I have the images directly with me. And I'm staring at them and I've placed them all in like awkward places to like see them all down. And like I have this in like my room, like behind a wall where I have like a map of Baghdad and like like the CIA, no, say they're like detective thing where I have like wires connected. And I have a wall of people like important within the area, and I'm seeing each one and matching them from one to one to one to one. And I notice a lot of people going in and out of the area, and I've written down who I think they are. One of the main interesting. Hold on, let me check what's right. Who would this be connected to?
His connection with Muqtada al-Sadr.
Yeah, Matar
So
Sadia. So yeah, what's called the Shia militia. So I actually have footage of actual Mutada Al Sayed going in and out, but it's not just that. I have footage of him going in and out with an American, which I was not expecting. And that bit throws me off a little bit wild. So I look at him like that can't be right. Who the fuck is this? There's an American who's coming in, they're going in and out, they're moving on. And I don't know if this is another CIA agent doing a special meeting or just a journalist who's taking pictures or if there's anything else in there. And I have to now debate whether I want to send that in because I don't know what kind of shitstorm is going to stir up when I send it to the analyst. But there's clearly an American that's working or going along with Mutada Asa here.
Mm-hmm.
And also everyone that's going on with it. But it's definitely connected to the JAM. I just need to figure out what that American means and who he is. So that's what I'm going to be packaging to send back.
Okay. And do we see Layla like doing paperwork or trying to falsify receipts and all that kind of stuff, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, there's no point. You don't falsify receipts in Iraq, bro. What you think this is England? Who the fuck keeps receipts, mate? Who keeps receipts around here?
Well,
bro?
the CIA are demanding it, right? Because
yeah, they said demand. I'm like. Man, do you think this is Walmart? I didn't buy this shit from Walmart, bro. I bought it from a guy down the store whose uncle owes me a favor, and he gave it to me for this and maybe like two chickens on the roost. This isn't freaking. But like, I don't have paperwork to prove what I spent the money on.
Yeah.
I just have the proof. So I've gone, here's your paperwork, and circled the white guy from the picture, and I sent it to Klein and been like, that's your paperwork. Send that for proof of web receipt.
Okay, awesome.
Is that enough of a consequence, or do I need more?
I mean, I think that's enough of a consequence, is that you haven't completed the impossible paperwork, right?
No, I'm like, I can't do that. I live in fucking Iraq.
Where do you think this is, bud? Perfect. Okay. Do you want to move on to Nashville's meet with Forbes?
All right. So Nashville, where are we meeting for a meeting?
I think we're meeting in a tea house, right? Out somewhere well outside the green zone, maybe. Well, maybe not well outside, but like maybe somewhere quiet out near Mansour, just northwest of the green zone.
Okay, well, why don't we meet up near Academia because it looks cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Academia looks cool. It's got a green symbol on it. I hope that means it's good. It's cool. I don't know what that means.
So this is, I think, a kind of a brief indication of what the Sunni Shia demographic is. So the green is the Shia parts of the city.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then the yellow will be the Sunni, and then there'll be a mix. Right.
Gotcha. And you are Shia, so it makes sense for that area. No, we want to meet somewhere where you're not known. Then we don't want to meet somewhere you.
I mean, it's a big city, right?
No, it's not a big city. You will get fucking killed, bro. Mate, people recognize me in fucking London and go, I saw Lloyd that corner around there. Don't know if you're me and a white guy for freaking tea. Okay. If you go to the wrong area. We're gonna meet somewhere a bit more sensible. Like somewhere outside it. So how about Karada? Because that seems very close to the green zone. I'd have to travel too far. I can come in and I can make contact from that area and we can meet in a nice tea house there.
Okay.
Is there tea houses in Iraq? There is, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's like a fairly nondescript one that I like to drink at.
Okay.
And I'm down there. I'm there. I'm sweating really badly, but I've opened a shirt and I've got like a nice like tea like being made in front of me. Preferably like one of the apple teas as well that I've got like brewed up. I bring my own in because I don't know how it works for that. And they help brew mine for me and bring it in so I can try it out and see what else I've got. And I'm usually like quite friendly and I'm waving at them and I'm giving a thumbs up. And I'm trying to be all like cool tourist guy. But it's still that barrier of I am invading this country that's always going to be running all the way through.
Yeah.
People around here are not that young, about maybe like 50, 60 years old. So
Yeah,
if it's something old,
it's an old man's tea house,
it's an
right?
old man's tea house. That's why I like to use it because I'm like, I want
Uh,
to go have a nice tea. I won't be bothered by that. It's a nice place to relax and get my drinks.
mhm. Well, Hamid is drinking the hottest, blackest cup of tea possible. Um, maybe the sweetest cup of tea as well. uh,
I come and I'm like, Ahmed, so good to see you.
okay, well, sit down.
Please, how has it been going? How's your life? Things been well?
Things are well. I
You,
mean, the country is moving forward. That's what we keep hearing.
I mean, that is a description for what's happened to the country. I'll take what we can get. I'm hoping perhaps maybe together we can help it move forward a little bit faster, if you know what I mean.
Things need doing.
And you need work. You need payment. You need payment. I have a job for you. Won't take too long, maybe 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
Need to know the name of the organizer of what's called of an ambush that might be coming up. There's rumors on the Grapevine that there's going to be an ambush against the mayor of Baghdad. Shouldn't be too hard for someone like you. Knock a few heads in, yell at the right people, get it done.
And this is with a view to stopping the ambush, right?
Why would I do that?
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I feel our relationship hasn't really been established enough for you to understand how this works. I care about the people of Iraq. I want to make sure that they're in the most sensible and straightest of places. And currently, the mayor does not exactly have the interests of the city of the people of Iraq at heart. The
Okay.
mayor is one placed in by us. It'd make more sense if the mayor was perhaps maybe, how do I say this? Swap for someone a little bit more on the interests of both parties.
Had the fear of God put into him.
A fear of God being the right statement for me. And it's going to be hard to prove the fear of God if they think that they're safe in a nice little cozy home. I don't want him dead. I just want him scared.
Okay. I just ask him, you know.
I know. It's why I talk to you because I know one about anything else. I know you don't care.
Okay. That it?
No, might be something else for you to try and do on later on. Not sure if it's a good idea or not, but what do you know about Mahir Azudabi? Azubadi?
Uh, bad, bad piece of work. I
I mean,
mean,
understandable. I know you're Shia, but
yeah. Listen, the Jamaat are, fucking animals, right? Uh,
hey, look, I'm the one that invaded the country for oil. I don't really think I have a right to tell anyone anything.
yeah, but like they're Jordanians, right? So they're trying to carve out a piece themselves.
Hey, American here, preach to the choir. All I'm saying is there's a chance I'm gonna have to call you to do a little bit of work with him. Not today. You have a job for today.
Okay.
Keep yourself posted. Keep your phone close. I'll text you when you need something.
Okay.
Right. You gonna stay for tea or are you gonna get going?
I'm gonna finish my tea. You're gonna, buy a new coat or buy a new outfit.
What's wrong with this outfit?
You're sweating like a pig. That's what's wrong with it.
Okay, first up, rude. Secondly, accurate.
Well, I'm giving you some friendly advice. If you're gonna.
Well, you know what? Keep it to yourself next time, all right?
Okay.
I like to
Okay.
protect. I'm not. It's not that hot. I'm gonna get
Okay.
going, and I'll leave. Oh, one more thing. If you need anything, text.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I jump into things. The mayor ambush. You start at 2?
Uh-huh. Oh, and that's
Okay.
so nice having to start at 2.
So
Go ahead.
nice. I know. I know. But you prime me with the other difficult job, so that is going to be payback, right?
Mate, I just did a success 0, yo.
I
Don't
know.
fucking
I know.
talk
I
to
know.
me.
So I think, I'm asking around. Maybe I'm known as the kind of person who would like to get in on this kind of work, right? Because I'm a hard bastard.
Yep.
Um, and I think maybe one of my old buddies, um, is, oh, sorry. Let me just tie in our little meet here. The guy
Go on then.
who, no, I'm not known at this cafe. We established that.
Yeah,
So
true.
Ghassan Al Nasif, who's a JAM foot soldier and courier.
Ooh.
So the Shia militia who work with Al Sadir, is an old friend of mine, and maybe he kind of gets me in on the job.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
That makes it 3. That's still, that's still good.
Yeah, I think you're gonna push to 4.
Yeah, I think we've established pushing to 4 is the best plan.
Yeah. Um.
We can afford it. We can afford to get the next 3 up, and then after that, we're like, all right, it's time to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Let me just look at my character prompts. Um. No, I'll save those for later. I am going to pick someone counting on me tries, no, is being radicalized and doesn't want
Ooh,
me working with the Americans.
let's get that back. Is that Americans or Ameriki? Is that
Yeah,
American?
that's the Americans.
Ah,
Amriki, yeah. So I think that is maybe one of my boys, like a 16-year-old Rashid
is this your son?
son. Yeah.
Oh, I think we just established some facts. There isn't enough established facts questions on here for more points. I'm really sad about that. There should be like 4 more.
Yeah.
Or like a blank one, so you can just put something else in.
Yeah. But this isn't establishing a fact. This is just because this isn't about my best friend who got killed. This is
No,
just
this is
bringing
your
in,
son, your other important child.
yeah,
It's
my thing.
fine. All right, I'll be playing the role of the son for today. Thank you very much.
Okay. So that
Gonna
brings me to
go
4.
with
So I'll stick at 4, I think.
sweet. Gonna go with Ishmael for your son's name.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The 2 names in the list are Wadar and Rashid.
Oh, fair dues.
Yeah. So I think Rashid.
Where is it? Where's the tick?
The tick is in the someone counting on you as being radicalized under family.
Uh-huh. And where's the name written?
Oh, it's on the character section.
Oh, gotcha.
So
So
under,
Rashid, right?
yeah.
All right. So yeah, how is Rashid being radicalized? Which one of the parties is taking him?
I mean, I think he is kind of involved in the Mahdi army, the JAM. He
Oh,
is
okay.
maybe taken in by Al Sadir's rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we live, right? We live in Sadr City,
Mm-hmm.
so that's not unusual. Although maybe I've been trying to keep them away from it.
All right. So I guess one of the things that you will find when you're coming home is that you will probably come in and find that he has would he have like a uniform for the militia?
Maybe there's not quite a uniform, but like a
A
you know
badge?
a badge or like an armband or something like
Yeah, an
this.
armband would be really good. Yeah, you're going through your laundry and you find an armband in his laundry from the JAM.
Mhm. So I mean, I think I'm just gonna like yell for Fatima, my wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's this, right? And I know that Rashid is around, and he's gonna hear this. So I would just want to like, this is me kind of stirring the bushes a little bit, but also like, um, I've got to come home and find this out.
All right. Your wife is probably like, I don't know. I haven't my character established yet. And
Yeah,
Rashid is gonna walk in and be like, it's mine.
really? I thought we agreed we were going to keep out of this.
I thought we agreed that you weren't gonna work for the American.
Well, I don't think we agreed that
Well, then if you can do that, why can't I? Have you even
because you're a
listened?
child.
Have you even
You live
listened to
under our
Mutada?
roof.
Have you listened to him? Do you not want me to live here? Have you heard the words he's saying? These Americans have come in and taken our land and ruined it for their own nefarious purposes. If Mutada was in charge, we wouldn't be going to this problem right now. Why did we lose one dictator to put in a whole country for one? And you're working for them. Why would that be the point?
I don't have to justify myself to you.
Then I'd have to justify that ban to you either. If you don't want me in this house, I can leave.
So I think I will let him slam the door and walk away, right?
Oh, sorry. So I feel you made a mistake here. You see, you're an Iraqi father, not an English father, or this father. You got to be a bit more assertive here.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, you can't be like, I'm not gonna say anything. Also, remember your voice of violence. Like you gotta threaten your child.
Okay,
I'm
violence
sorry.
and terror. Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
that's my
threaten your
that's my
child.
resource.
You gotta be like, don't fucking try me. You got also yeah. This we don't have child beating laws here. Just a heads up. So if you wanna ignore that.
Yeah. So I think I will tower over
Mm-hmm.
Rashid,
Mm-hmm.
and he will like you know feel the anger coming off me like I'm a heat, like I'm a radiator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he sees the fist clenched at the side of my leg, right? If I see any badges from Al Sadir, you'll know about it. We'll still bury you in the plot.
There's a moment where you see the fear in Rashid's eyes, but you recognize the same boiling violence that you have,
Mhm.
like in his heart, like there, but it's subdued by yours. And he doesn't answer the question. He doesn't say anything else. He just says kind and then he leaves. He doesn't slam the door because
Okay.
otherwise they'll get him killed. Because I repeat again, yeah. When you come from a family where you're like you beat your child, you won't bet now what's on the door. I don't want to get beat.
Okay.
I don't want to get beat. All right.
So yeah,
Question about Rashid. We'll come back to him later.
we'll come back to him later. So I
That
think I'm
puts
on
you
a
on what?
four, right?
Four. All right, let's see what you got. Give me that die roll.
Okay.
Here comes that six.
So let me roll this die. Oh, two. It was a
All right.
one. It was a one for a split second, and then
We'll take what we can get.
we
We'll
take
take
what
what
we
we
can
can
get.
get.
Um. So I think this is. Um. So yeah, I'm kind of on the job, and maybe this also speaks into Forbes' willing desire to kind of control the outcome here a little bit as well. So
Mhm.
I think I understand this to be fine. And we discover that we're in the briefing, like, we get paid, uh, you know, everyone is asking about us and our credentials and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And we, there's a guy who is like organizing the show. Maybe he has a sponsor who's payrolling it, but this is the guy. His name is Hassan Al Jaludi,
Hassan al-Jabidi.
Al Jaludi.
And what faction does he work for?
I think he works for Al Sadir. I think
Oh,
that
I mean,
that
we
fits.
are all about going after Assad here, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For now, anyway. um, I think it fits, right?
All right.
Um, yeah. So we know who is running the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
We,
mission. The name of the
yeah,
organizer of the
just name of the
ambush. Yeah,
organizer, and that's it.
yeah.
All right. Then we've got mission 3.
Okay.
Okay. I think now is a good time for us to cut back to Layla. So, given that we both have found information about Al Sadir and that white person that was in there, I think we should have a quick meetup between the two agents to confer information.
The two handlers, you mean?
Yeah, the two handlers, yeah.
Okay.
So like I present my information with a picture, right? I'm like, right, so no idea who this is, but we've been having surveillance all the way around. What did you find out?
Yeah, it looks like Al Sadir is at the heart of everything this week. Uh,
Both times going around.
yeah.
Well, it makes sense of what I've been hearing. I think there's a good chance that they're planning to make some kind of big move this week, involving specifically ending with the mayor of Baghdad's ambush. I don't know what their other plans are, but I
Mm-hmm.
reckon it'll be a catalyst. They'll do the ambush, and then there'll be extra things happening across the city across the weeks. We could spend some time to concentrate to find out what we can about them. How about we work together on this one?
Okay. Uh, sounds like a plan.
Is there policy in the CIA about having the agents not meet?
I'm not sure it's a policy. I think it's just common sense.
Well, why don't we throw it out the window? My girl is the best. What's with my girl? My guy is the best at getting things done. Your girl's the best at getting things talking.
Okay.
Let's have them meet up, go their separate ways, see what they can find out anything about JM.
Okay. If you think it's a good idea,
Okay, come on. What's going on here?
listen. If you think it's good to break protocol on this and have our agents meet, then I'll follow your lead.
Fine. Listen,
I'm not gonna like put it in a report that I advised you against it or anything. I'm just saying.
no, I know that, but I mean, you're the analyst. I saw your work on Abu Zaid, and it was incredible. You were able to see things that I can't. I just like using field agents the best I can to my best abilities. I just don't feel like you're as into this as I am.
Okay, well, you want my advice? I think we shouldn't
Yes.
cross the streams until we really need to cross the streams.
Why
You
is
get the
that?
reference, right?
Yeah, it's like Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Took
think
my
it's a
kids
bad
to it.
idea
Well, why is it a bad idea?
because that means if one of our agents gets pegged, both of them get pegged.
You don't think JM is enough of a risk to risk that both of them being done?
No, no, because next week is going to be a whole other problem.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll follow your advice. We'll set them on separate bits, but we have to make sure they don't cross the streams.
Okay.
You tell your agent, I'll tell my agent. We'll get it done.
Okay. So
Out of character, it makes sense that we ignore leverage to Muazabi and focus on JAM because we've had so much JAM this week.
yeah.
Clearly, something's going down. It makes sense to be like, no, we have no time for that. Let's sort out JAM.
Mhm. So what do you think if we send both of them on us? Like we take two 1 to 3 chances, uh, or do we send like one person as the main effort?
We'll say one person's the main effort. I'll make the roll because, like, fuck it, it's me
Okay.
anyway. And I reckon we go for a 3. I believe in my dice.
Okay.
So we only need one extra save. I'm not rolling a 2. There's no fucking way I'm rolling a 2. It's not happening. I refuse. 50
Okay.
50.
Yeah. And when you don't roll it, we'll send Hamid. Right?
What's that mean? Deal. All right. So she's gonna go. What's called Layla's gonna take the case. She's already primed for it, and she knows some stuff's going down with JAM. She's not sure what it is on today for JAM's business, but she reckons it has to do directly with Mutada Al Sahir. So I'm gonna say, where is it? Oh, there's like a risky one up here. Like you have to do something crazy. Oh my God. You are abducted, beheaded, and left on Hadia Road, a place wanting to. How is that a tick? How is that a tick for an extra +1? If you're dead.
I mean, you're dead afterwards, right?
I guess maybe you're right.
I'm just upset that they don't have 2 tick boxes on this one because then we could both pick it.
Well, why don't we just add it? Why don't we just add it? Let's just add a bit. Let's just add it. Let's go with both beheaded. Oh, also, best part, it doesn't say who's beheaded, by the way. So technically, agent could be beheaded. Handler could be beheaded, right?
Possibly.
I mean, I think we should definitely kill one of us.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take the tradecraft and say she's working this case with JAM. Everything's going perfectly fine, and she's absolutely sure. But when she comes home, she's going straight to Muqtada Al Sahir. She's infiltrating the actual big boy Mahdi army. She's like going in. She's finding out what she can. She's surveilling him directly after trailing him from the death house and working her way around. And although she thinks she's being careful, someone has spotted her. So at the end of the mission, no matter how it goes, when she comes back, someone has come in, killed a chicken, and smeared blood across her workboard with the words "Don't work for the pigs" on it. And that's a blunt and disturbing warning.
That's blunt and disturbing.
Believe in the heart of cards, baby. It's a 3. Let's go. I'm so good at rolling die. Oh, we did. We got to day 1. We got to week 1.
Okay. I mean, this is our key life skill now: rolling dice under the target number.
The target
number.
Nothing else. I rolled 2 3s now. I'm like, I'm doing good. Okay, so let's establish what this means, right? Before we go into week 2.
So on the downside, right? So you didn't roll a 1, so the downside is definitely there. Do you think like someone in your family sees this warning, you don't scrub it off the wall in time?
Yes, I think my aunt sees it, and my aunt's like, what the hell is going on? Why are people in our house? And she's crying. I think she finds it. My aunt finds it, and then I go in the room and then I see it. And I'm like, Auntie, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. There's some people playing a prank on me. I don't get it. And she's like, what's this dangerous stuff going on? She's crying and she's like, I'm scared for you. She doesn't really know the full story because I'm not going to tell her the full story. And there's a whole business where I have to take the whole board down. I have to burn it with all my clues on JAM and all of that. And there's like a tension between me and her when I come back home to stay the night. Also, my room smells of blood, but I refuse to leave.
Okay. Bad. So yeah, what does success look like then in this mission?
Okay. What's her name? Klein gets a text message of a drop-off point. And Klein sends someone to pick it up because Klein won't go herself. I'm assuming you can just send someone to pick up a text package, right? And a pack comes in. And when a pack comes in, it's a layout map. It's the map of the entirety of the area. And you can see various points of the area have been marked as hot pieces. There's a picture of the mayor of Baghdad directly on. And the picture of mayor of Baghdad has that same white guy that I saw in my earlier pictures talking to him and speaking together. He's been identified as a business businessman who's recently moving in, who already had establishments already in the area, and apparently was attempting to do some kind of business throughout Iraq before all
Hmm.
this stuff happened. Probably to do with like getting land for oil and moving the oil conglomerate through. He is connected to various sheiks and people around. He was connected to Sheikh Safar Tamadi a while back. And apparently, his meeting with the mayor of Baghdad is when the ambush is going to take place because they're getting the details from him to get that done. So we've established that he 100% works for JAM. Some stuff is going down with them, and they're using him to do it. And in payment, he will be using them to take various pieces of land to work on his area going down. Not only that, at the same time, there's going to be various small uprisings across the city specifically targeting American friendly places to distract them from what's going to happen to the mayor of Baghdad, which is going to be a full on scare and tempting them and basically taking them out to do anything else.
Hmm.
And that's my piece of paper, and I forward to Klein.
Okay, awesome. So I think we should take a break.
All right.
Okay, so we're in week two, first week of September. Let me run through the news and the word in the street. So, at least 34 insurgents are dead in the continued heavy fighting across Sadr City, Baghdad's predominantly Shia slum. The fighting claims the life of one American soldier, injures several others. At least 170 civilians are also injured. Another American soldier is killed in a gun battle in Baghdad, combined with 3 separate American soldiers killed by coordinated roadside bombs in Baghdad. The total number of American deaths since the March 2003 invasion is close to 1,000. Baghdad's mayor, Doctor Ala al-Tamimi, narrowly escapes an ambush on his convoy that was arranged to assassinate him. A United States, I know, as planned, narrowly escaped. A United States Apache helicopter fires into a crowd on Haifa Street, killing 11 civilians, including Al Arabiya journalist Mazen al-Tunisi. The attack was intended to destroy a damaged Bradley fighting vehicle that had been disabled. A CIA national intelligence estimate offers a grim prognosis for Iraq's immediate future. President George W. Bush, remember him, replies that they are just guessing. So word on the street, the JTJ, which let me remind myself is al-Sakari's Sunni militia, is warning Iraqis not to assist the invaders and infidels, directing their message at the police in particular. And both JTJ and JAM, which is the al-Sadr army, are promising vengeance for previous attacks on Sunni and Shia civilians in Baghdad.
Oh my God. We can't do a war between them.
So
why is there 4 missions to do if you only ever need to clear 3 and there's no consequence to clearing 3 and not 4?
I don't know if you want to go for the burn.
If you're like, oh, we're going to die, let's go 4. Woo!
I don't know. Maybe if you decide you have time to kill and want to have a perfect record. I don't know. I mean, I guess I should be pushing for 4 to impress people and get that promotion back home, right?
Yeah, but also no.
Yeah, also
no. Not if we have no choice.
I guess we have a choice on what missions we want in terms of flavor and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Like, for example, that Jam one made sense for both our missions were like, yo, JAM are really kicking some shit up. You got to look into them. All right. So handler meeting?
So handler meeting, we have our 4 intelligence needs for the week. Tapes of Al-Tumaisi's cameraman, Saif Fouad, has of the Haifa Street incident, preferably before he sends them out for broadcast. So, yeah, that's a good old-fashioned intelligence task. The identity and whereabouts of Abu Dira. So Abu Dira is, if you check out the Al-Sadir intelligence sheets, you will see that Al-Sadir, not Al-Sadir. This guy we just mentioned is
Abudira.
Abu Dira is the shadowy killer who works for Al-Sadir.
Oh, mate, we
No,
gotta go after him.
may not actually
Oh, mate.
exist.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate, we gotta go find Abudira. This is 224. We gotta do
It's
it.
too juicy, right?
Hamid, let's go! Hamid, let's get this bitch! Get this bread!
Okay. Targeting locations for JTJ's anti-police attacks and recruit Adnan Ismail Najim al-Bilawi as an informant.
Ooh.
I will have to check to see who he works for. He is a key al-Zakari military attaché.
Oh, okay.
So he works for JTJ.
JTJ.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do our meeting up and we'll carry on.
Okay. So back in our heavily air-conditioned office, I think Klein's desk is a little less tidy than it was before. There's like a stack of intelligence reports. There's a bit of personal bits and pieces appearing, like some kind of, and there's something definitely odd, like one of those bobbly head things still in the packaging, still collectible for what it's worth.
Nice.
I think it might. I can't remember what movies were coming out in 2004. Maybe an Iron Man bobbly head or something. I don't know.
Actually, Iron Man, it would actually be around 2004.
Yeah,
But it's incredibly inappropriate for this.
Incredibly inappropriate, which is
incredibly inappropriate.
definitely why it's there. We believe in
What
the
else
military
comes up?
industrial complex, I'll have you know. How about Forbes? How's he coping?
Forbes' desk is exactly as it was from before. There's literally no change whatsoever. Not as this was clean the first time, it was fairly mixed up. But it's a little bit worrying being an analyst that you are and knowing people, just how Forbes has not changed in the week of all of this shit going down, which is whether you think it's a good or a bad idea, you can see it happening right there. And they come in again, they're late, and they're like, I'm really sweaty. Woo! And they take a seat like, oh, like that sounds so hot. Don't know how people live like this. Hey, fine. Good work of letting us only send one agent in for JAM. Turned out your contact Leia, she's better than I thought.
Well, what can we say?
We could say a lot. For one thing, we can say, what on earth are these things we've been given for intelligence for this week?
Well, one of them
we could say why you didn't come to the barbecue this weekend.
Well, I've been trying to track down this businessman, right?
The strange one from the pictures?
Yeah, who now has hands in two pies, which I don't like. That's not a coincidence.
Strange how he's turned up, right? No one's ever heard of him or his business stuff like that. Maybe we should look into him when we get some time.
I'm inclined to see if we can find anything in the Bathurst records that are still available.
Well, funny you should mention that. I was thinking of going through that myself. Well, I'll think of you sending your girl to go through that yourself. Have you noticed there's information about Abu Dira has been wanted?
Yeah, but that's that might be. I mean, I know you say, and this is true. Like Layla's, Tundra's.
Tundra is very good at what she does.
Good at surveillance, but this seems a little bit outside of that comfort zone, right?
Not necessarily. Oh, 1 second. Let us put someone at the door. 1 second. One sec. I'm buying money. I'm buying a wallet for charity. One sec.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We'll
I didn't see
return from
anything
our
more.
brief charity interlude.
Yes.
Um,
Oh shit! What happened to the remote? There it is. All right. Yeah. So let's go. So then Forbes goes, not necessarily. We want to look up stuff about this man in the bathhouse, but we won't get clearance to do it because we've been refused for it. But if we send Layla, we send Tundra, who's already looking up this man, so also under pretense of looking up Abudira, we can kill two birds with one stone. You and I both know Abudira is not a real person. There's no way that's a real thing. It's got to be multiple people taking the same name. You're an analyst. You figure this out. I've been here long enough. I figured this out. If we send Tundra in on that pretense, it gives them carte blanche to look up what we really want to know, and that's that weird white man walking around. Don't give me that look, Klein. I listened to you once. I listened to you once. I was 100% in, but this could be important, and it could save us a lot of time and trouble. And it means you'll be free on weekends.
Okay. Okay. I mean, if it's not an urban legend, I would hate for Tundra to end up beheaded on the side of the Haifa road.
Look, listen. You and I both know that Tundra is not the kind of person that will get themselves beheaded on the side of the road just because they were looking up a fictional person. They seem capable, and we literally couldn't have got anywhere without them.
Okay. All I'll say is that if we accept that Abudira is a fictional person and may not exist, there are obviously people who are interested in maintaining that myth.
Yes.
That makes it equally dangerous.
Fair. But I trust from Tundra's work, they can handle themselves.
Okay. So,
look, it can't hurt to take a look. That's one. We've got 3 more things we could do anyway.
I mean, I think we got to take care of this cameraman, right?
Do we?
We don't want that getting out.
Don't we?
Have you ever seen what 30 mil cannon does to people's bodies?
So, it's war.
Yeah,
it's the people of Iraq.
We don't want it on Al Jazeera and CNN and every other news channel in existence.
If they don't get it from Baghdad, they'll get it from somewhere else. It's time we stop coddling the people and pretending somehow that all of this is some kind of funky-dory magical land where we're just going to come in and fix the day. People are dying out there. We should let people know that.
I mean, they see the body count, but there's a difference between seeing it and seeing it.
And if we don't show the people of the world what's happening down here, they won't appreciate the work that we do.
Which is killing 11 civilians for no good reason.
How many people died in that, what's called yesterday? How many Americans died? 1. Yeah. How many civilians died?
34 insurgents.
34 insurgents. How many of those were probably civilians that we haven't identified?
I mean, odds are 15 to 20.
So let's cut it down. What's that footage going to show? Americans dying or foreigners dying? Who do you think they'll care about more?
Well, it's going to show us killing civilians for no good reason, which is different from we made a mistake because we thought they were insurgents.
So we agree then, we are killing civilians for no good reason.
Absolutely, every day. But there's a difference between like airing your dirty laundry and admitting it under duress.
If we spend time and effort going through to stop this footage that's going to get out anyway, we will allow other bad things to happen. We currently have 2 things that we could be doing that's far more important than making people feel a little bit better about themselves because we're going out there killing people for no reason, especially the people of Iraq, whom we have gone out of our way to treat like dirt since we got here.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Let's ignore for the moment, the political act of building and maintaining a coalition in the West. Let's think about what this will do when it's shown to Iraqis that whatever excuses they've heard in the past, this is just brute force killing people for no good reason.
Let's think about what it will do to our militia when we actually start taking our time to make sure we stop killing people for no reason. Everyone else's hands are tied, but out. Everyone else has tied my hands. Everyone else tied your hands, but somehow people out on the street can do what they want. People are dying, Klein. I love chaos. I'm a big fan of how things are going, and I really want this to work out. But even I know there's a line you can't cross.
Okay,
Hell, we don't even
but
know if that footage is that important or not.
you okay? You can take that. You can take that at the weekly meeting with the
No,
team.
no, 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 stop. You always agree with me, even if you think you're wrong. I should at least be fine. Let's. Who you want to send for the tapes? Ahmed?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
you might have to lean on him, but like
That's
that's
a
going to take him like 20 minutes, right? So we're going to send
all
him on
right.
something else.
I'll set in for that. In the meantime, we've got Thundra doing the Abadira. We've got Nashville taking care of the cameraman. We need someone to sort out the anti-police attacks.
Well, let's send Hamid. Given that leaning on a cameraman is not exactly going
So
to take
hard.
us full week.
Sounds good to us. What do you make of this Adon thing?
Al Balawi as an informant. I mean, I guess we should at least try. Maybe let's see what kind of state we're in.
All right.
I mean,
Okay.
it'd be nice to know what these Sunni militia are up to. Al Zakari kind of scares me.
I'm a lot more scared of Al Sadia, but I haven't really dealt with Al Zakari yet, so we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see what we
Okay.
can do.
Okay. So we do this cameraman first, maybe?
I can't remember first because it's gonna be Hamid kicking the door down, right? Like, who even needs to think about it? He's gonna kick the door and start beating the shit out of him. So, like,
It's true. It's true. Or is it? Who knows? Um,
oh boy.
um, so let me look at our mission options. Um, I'm going to store up some trouble for me,
Go on, do it.
right? So we started at 2, right, before
Mm-hmm,
this, because this is easy.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and maybe this happens for one reason or another. Uh, I'm going to be assigned a task that is completely wrong for me and ill advised next week.
Deal.
You're welcome,
Deal.
future Da.
Future you. It's gonna suck.
um, and I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna go with someone becomes dangerously suspicious of me.
Ooh. Well, remember you already have JAM son Rashid on your case in your case, so
Yeah,
he might have talked to someone.
but yeah, this is like tradecraft, so maybe this is uh, Ghassan Al Nastif, my old buddy in the jam,
Oh,
right?
yeah, do it.
Maybe they've been talking. Maybe he's the one who radicalized my son, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it's something like Rashid is following me when I go on this mission.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Okay. So that
Side
was
note, don't forget you're a double agent, by the
I
way.
know, I know. But we haven't decided who for, right? So also Hassan is a foot soldier, so yeah, he may not know, right?
Produce.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, I think maybe I knock on the door of Saif Fuad. We know where he lives. Maybe
Yep.
he's going to work, or maybe he's just home.
No, let's
Um,
say he's just home. He's at
yeah,
home in his pants, editing the video.
yeah.
Here's the knock. It's like, who is it?
Delivery.
What, this late at night?
Yeah, yeah. It was marked urgent.
You see them actually like take a gun before they go to the door. They're still in the pants though.
Yeah.
And they're like, leave it by the door.
So I think as soon as I like feel that he's like right up to the door,
Uh-huh.
like my original plan is to wait till he starts to open and then just barge through. But as soon as I get a sense that he's right next to the door,
Kick
then
the
I'm
door
just
down.
gonna put my shoulder
Yeah.
to it anyway, to bump him, right?
Do it.
Um,
Yeah, fuck him. I
so
mean,
I
what?
think I should roll now, right?
Do it. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Another three. The
Oh my
dice are
god.
being kind to
Nothing but
us.
threes today.
Nothing, yeah. This is a warning for us never to go on a two, right?
I never go to two. Doesn't matter what we do. We have to kill somebody, never go to two.
Um, so so things work out, but the dangers. So maybe Rashid follows and sees exactly what I do, right?
Oh yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good. Rashid, I was like, what
um,
the fuck is dad up to? And
yeah.
why wouldn't let me join JAM? What the fuck?
So I think like the cameraman gets nudged by the door, maybe drops his gun. I step on it. I sock him in the face,
Nice, nice, nice,
and
nice.
then just drag him over and like get him to explain the editing gear to me. And basically anything that I see just gets.
Delete, 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 delete,
Well,
delete,
I'm
delete.
not sure. Is it going to be digital in 2004?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, we had digital cameras back then. It
yeah,
wasn't great,
yeah.
but
I
I
was just
bet yeah,
thinking for like a local news
actually no, you're right. It
station.
might be tape.
Okay, so like the tape gets just fucking dragged out, um,
Nice.
um, and anything that looks like I can't do that to just gets pocketed, right?
Sounds good. Also, he probably has some stuff left over, but we don't know it because remember, none of our actions do anything, so it doesn't fucking matter what we do because that's the game.
That's
What's
the
the
game,
point?
right?
Right.
There's maybe he's already made a copy, right? Who
Like,
knows?
why are we here? All right. Okay. In the meantime, we cut to what was they said the bathhouse library you said it was called?
Sorry, the Baathists, so the ruling party of Saddam Hussein.
Mhm.
Um, uh, um, so the JTJ, right? Um,
Former.
that's the former. No, it's the JM. Sorry, it's the Jaish Mohammed, who are the old Baathists guys.
Nice, nice,
So
nice.
and yeah, so I can't remember.
Either way, we see
Oh, I
that
gotta let my dog in.
outgoing. I shall now entertain the people who are listening. Hi, welcome to Voice. He's great. He sucks. Oh, he's back. We see Layla, aka Agent Tundra, going about speaking to people, being all sociable, trying to get in on these connections, or trying to establish some kind of facts or something like that. But she's also mostly looking to the businessman on the side. Here is when we discover something very interesting about her. She's listed on the paperwork as military trained, infiltration trained, so what's called a whole bunch of like weapon training and all of that. She doesn't have any of those qualifications. They're all fake. They were all put on so she could was all put on because they faked her military record.
Okay.
So she could pretend she had a military record. She's actually a trained psychologist and also technically using her skills as a profiler. Hence why she has like profiles on people more than anything else.
Yeah. Okay.
And I use that to do a tick to say she is not weapon trained. She is a profiler.
Okay.
Not weapon trained, is actually a profiler and psychologist. And that's what she'll be using, trying to figure out if Abu Dira really did exist.
Okay. So
If
that
there
gets
is
you
an
to
Abu
a
Dira.
one.
Gets into a one. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's start the list. Due to what she had before with the attack, she is currently being surveilled by two CIA operatives who are watching her every move. And she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
And even, I mean, I think maybe someone who sent them said, like, she is so good at surveillance that, whoever we send will be spotted.
We're
So let's
smart, so
just
send
send the
anyone
bad
else in there.
guys.
And she's like, "Please, God, stop. Please
So
go
even
away."
she can spot these guys.
Cody and Aman. There we go. Cody and Aman are the people they sent specifically to stalk her down, and they are fucking useless. And she is constantly evading them and trying to avoid. The good news is that anyone else watching her would think the CIA were watching her, and not for the reason. The bad news is that
Yeah.
she's still being watched, and she has to like fail to watch, especially because she's looking at not just Abu Dhabi, but also some serious businessmen as well. So that's two. Oh my god. I don't know what to do next. Who should I call in? I always call in a person. Oh god, this is so. I am burning through these so quickly. I'm going to say because Aldera works with JTJ, right?
Yes. Sorry,
All
no,
right.
Jam, the
Oh,
Al
Jam. There
Mahdi
we go.
Amin Al
All right,
Sayed.
cool. I'm always doing Jam work every day. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to tick that someone counter me falls dangerously ill. The attack and everything I went through made my mom, my aunt, super ill, and now she's in bed coughing. Like she's terrified. Someone broke into her house. She's scared. I'm having to take care of her most of the time. Again, her medicine. Like the week is already filling up for me. I'm already struggling to keep things going with that. So that gives me three. Oh, no, that guy gives me three. One, two, three. I need one more. I need one. I can't trust my dice. I can't trust my dice. This is Abu Dira. I'll get fuck it. We're trusting the dice. We're trusting the dice.
So
there's like freaking 8, 10 more to go. I can't.
okay. So you're on three?
I'm on three. Fuck it.
Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
So just
I
roll
know
a
it's.
one. Make a mockery of everything.
I mean, just make a roll of one. One. Why do I bother with this game?
I know.
Oh my god.
Talk shit, roll crits, right?
Talk shit, roll crits. I'm not even going any higher than that.
I think it's already. I think that might be John Harper or maybe Strash Achimovic, who I first heard that from.
Talk shit, roll crits.
Yeah. So that is off scot free. Everything goes. Turns off Millhouse. Whatever.
Hey. Sounds good. How do we? What does this mean? We found information about the white businessman and about his business. We just found information about Abu Dira. Do we want to establish that Abu Dira is a real person or not?
It's up to you. You roll the dice. You took the mission. You get to decide.
Abu Dira is a real person. Abu Dira is specifically an incredibly violent and terrible person that is so good at their job, no one knows who they are. The only person that knows exactly who they are is Muqtada al-Sadir. No, they know them personally. They personally call to them to take a mission. No one knows who they are in, is it JAM or is it JS? Is
Yeah,
it is JAM, right?
yeah,
Yeah, the only person who knows who they are is Muqtada al-Sadr. They are absolutely stealth down and quiet. Nobody has ever seen them in person because they don't leave a trace. They have their own set of equipment that Muqtada al-Sadr keeps separately. Like this is like the super hitman. He is so shadowy. Shadows are afraid of him. No one knows where he is at the moment. He's known as the Mustafa Butcher, and the one thing that is very important is that if we know exactly where he is, we can use him as leverage to get JTJ and the Sunny families to be on the side. The only thing that's established that we know he's Shia,
yeah, yeah.
and that's it.
Okay,
They've been working officially on the grid. They were off the grid for a few years ago, but they've been back on the grid for the last year, and they've been working for the last year. But no one knows who they are and why.
mm-hmm.
There is one. Oh, should I say that? I feel it's not up to me to say that, and I'll leave it.
Okay,
Also, the white businessman who works with Mutaba Al Sadia wants to hire him, and
okay.
they set up a meeting.
Of course. Um, okay. So I want to see, or maybe not now, but maybe following it, our two handlers at the beer barbecue meeting talk about Abu Dira and how he's a real person.
They're like, guys, he's real, yo. Shit, let me tell you.
It's like, I imagine we've got like, I don't know, a dozen CIA officers and hangers on, like exchanging money because there was a book running on us, right? Oh
We're
man.
like, bring in the cash, bitches. We made it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good old player, never the points.
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
was the best. I was like, I want the best outcome. The only thing I've not done is name them.
I mean, maybe the nom de guerre is all we got, right?
No, no, no. I mean, I want to name them later.
Oh, okay, okay. So there's a name sheet in the PDF on
Mhm.
page 16. Yeah.
I know what their name is. I've
Okay.
already come up with a name for them, but
Okay.
that's for later. That's for later.
We'll wait for the big reveal.
Dramatic reveal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Is it Hamid?
Yes, that's the reveal. It's you. I
Okay.
think Hamid being Abu Dira makes so much sense.
It does. I mean, I was thinking if I got sent on that mission, it would be like this is who killed my best friend, right? That may still be true.
That may still be true. It could
Yeah.
all work out.
Yeah. Okay. So next mission for Hamid is, I guess, the JTJ anti-police attacks, right?
Yep, that one's on you, bitch. I'm out.
Okay. So, so I think I think I'm gonna roll with my violent and terror option, right? And there's a person who works for JTJ who is Mahir Al Zubaidi.
Okay.
And Ba'athist with tenuous but strengthening ties to JTJ, former Iraqi government official, leads an independent bomb making group, agent of Syrian intelligence, likely unknown to al Zakari. So I think this is who killed my friend.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Put it down. Get that +1.
Yeah. Al Zubaidi, right? Yeah. And maybe this was like last year during the kind of initial chaos of the invasion. And I mean, I think I was wounded in this too. I mean, shit, this sounds like I also want revenge on this guy. What do you think?
Why not both?
Why not both? Yeah. Although, is that double dipping into the same thing?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Um,
Just don't write it down now. We don't need to establish it now. We can establish it later.
okay. Yeah.
Just remember that you have it to use later. So don't like. There's no point wrapping. I mean, you can if you want to get a +1, then yes, use both.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and you just want a +1 from this, then that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe now because I want information, I'm not going to kill him, but maybe later on, I
Yeah.
will. I will have cause
Also,
to.
fuck him.
Also, fuck him. And I think the way I get him, the way I get him is that I have a friend, Abdul Al Saleh, who is an itinerant auto mechanic,
Oh.
and he basically gets my good friend's car to break down in the middle of nowhere, right?
Okay.
Somewhere maybe somewhere on the other side of the river in kind of the industrial sections where he's going to pick up some gear, or maybe he has some gear in his car, but it's broken down. So I am confronting him
Nice.
on the side of the road as he opens the bonnet. I can say bonnet, right?
You say bonnet.
There's no Americans on this call.
Yeah, you can say
Right?
bonnet. They're not listening. Fuck them.
And I'd be like, tell me who you're going to be killing, or that's going to be you, right?
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up. This is a 4. I mean, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this personally because I hate his guts. So I'm gonna push this to a 5 because.
Oh my god, a 5! What's
I
your
know.
6, bitch? I can't wait for the roll 6. I can't wait for the roll 6. I can't
a 6
wait.
is a fail no matter what, right?
I can't wait for the roll 6. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so good.
Thanks
so
for using up all the things I saved for you. Now I have nothing for my next 2 missions.
We have tons of stuff for our next mission.
I got 4 missions to go, bro. How many of these are left? And how am I like, you die?
Okay. Well, I'm not ticking off the mission list. I'm ticking off my personal list. Because I want revenge on this bastard.
Yeah, do it. Fuck him up.
And maybe I don't care if he dies out here in the middle of nowhere.
Good.
I mean, got killed by his own bomb. It's such a classic story.
True.
Okay, so that gives me a 5. I guess I should roll now, right? If I'm walking up to his car. It's a 2.
6.
It's a 2.
I was like, please be a 6. Please be a 6.
I was also looking for that, So there's complications for sure. But yeah, I mean, I just drag him out of the car and I give him a good kicking. And it's like, remember me, asshole.
Then beat the shit out of him.
No, but first I need the intelligence, right?
Oh yeah, true. No, okay. No. You can get it later.
I mean, he might have to tell me. He might not just. I might not just find all the maps and.
No, I mean, beat him up anyway, and then.
Yeah, sorry, but I mean, put the fear of God into him, get all the intelligence, and then leave him dying in the ditch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think your penalty is that he doesn't die; he survives.
Oh yeah.
But you don't know that until.
I mean, like I rig the car and all the explosive material to go up. I kick him to the brink. I leave him in the car, but he kind of crawls out and gets into an irrigation ditch before it explodes.
Nice. Right. Yeah, and then we'll see him in week 4.
Yeah. And he'll say, "Remember me?"
And we're like, "Fuck."
Okay. Okay, so that's job done.
Job done. All right, that's 3.
That's 3.
We don't care about the rest. If we don't need to roll, why are we rolling?
Yeah.
There's literally no benefit to rolling those extra ones. Like getting the info, like I said, like we discussed it, like getting the informant just seems like such an extra thing that we just can't be bothered to do.
Yeah, we have busy lives.
Yeah, also we don't have enough ticks to make that roll.
I think we got plenty. I mean, none of us is abducted, beheaded, and left on the side of the road
I mean,
yet.
yet,
So we have
yet,
plenty of room left.
plenty of time.
Okay. Uh,
All right.
Second week of September. Do you want to
Yeah,
push through?
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
So, before we do we get a summary of what we've done and what we send back to them?
Well, we read.
AKA the party of us doing celebrating the
Oh
fact we
yeah,
found
yeah,
a
yeah.
murder.
Let's do that. The party in Forbes' apartment. Um,
Yeah. Because I live in an actual trailer,
okay,
like parked outside. I have like the thing over and I have like the barbecue open, and I've imported all these American meats,
okay,
like dry freeze packed. I was going using a favor from a friend. And I've brought
yeah,
them all out because I'm like, they need to go to expire next week. So I've brought them all out and I've laid them all down and I've invited everyone over and I'm wearing that apron and I'm having a good old fashioned American cooking. I've like got like a couple of like Iraqi people to come in to make side dishes. And weirdly enough, the side dishes for American side dishes way easier to make. And they're like, this is pathetic. You call these side dishes? Okay,
yeah,
whatever. And they're doing it in seconds and they add a few more Iraqi things in. Then I'm like, yeah, put that shit in. So it's like half side dish, like what's called Iraqi side dishes, half American side dishes, all meats. Nothing but meat everywhere. I'm cooking all, but I'm making it all up. I'm making PK Karaki, even though it's like Pakistani. I don't give a fuck. Everything's happening. We're having a great time. And I have a board on the list of the bookings from last week, on the beginning of the week, or what people said would find out about Abu Dira
yeah,
and how much money they've made.
yeah. And it was like 100 to 1 odds, like the kind of slot that no one wanted to be stuck with. Abadir is a real person, a
It's a real
singular
person.
real person.
We're like, the fuck? How? Who made money on that? Who won? Who won? Even I didn't believe it was a real person. Turns out they were.
I mean, I think maybe Klein, because what's better than being proven right and making bucks, right?
Bank. I think that's the thing where we all clap for you as we basically hand
It's
you a
like,
wad of cash.
fucking hell. Like,
We're like, can't believe this shit.
I think the subtext is like, if it had been anyone else, the general consensus would have been fair dues, but it was Klein, like, fuck her.
Like, ugh. Even I'm like, I can't fucking believe this shit. I got money in that. And I'm the one
But
that
look,
tuition.
Klein is so nice looking. She's just your average middle aged woman.
Averagely get out of my face.
How can people hate her so much?
Oh, gee, I wonder, Klein. I don't know how you do it. All right. Week 3.
Week 3. So let me read the goodies. Second week of September. Coordinated attacks using suicide bombings and mortar fire in Baghdad and other large cities kill 78 Iraqis and wound more than 200. Moayed Ahmed Yassin and Jaish Mohammed take credit. A car
Great.
bomb hits a line of police recruits on Haifa Street in Baghdad, killing 47 and wounding another 114. Furious crowds curse America and the Iraqi government. 2 hours later, gunmen kill 12 officers in a drive-by shooting in Bukaba. Abu Musab al-Zakari and JTJ claim responsibility for both attacks. The Iraqi government announces a plan to pay the salary of police officers killed in the line of duty until what would have been their 63rd birthday. The death benefit is 1 million dinars, about $700 and salaries range from 230 to 315 USD per month. I guess it would have been a lot worse if we hadn't found
No.
his.
No.
That's what we tell ourselves, right?
No, we can't just be like, oh, it could have been a lot worse. Literally nothing we did help.
No, that's what we tell ourselves, right?
Yeah, we saved some people.
Yeah.
Saved 2.
3 police and 5 civilians are killed when a car bomb approaches an Al Rashid Street checkpoint. According to State Department sources, the deteriorating security situation in Iraq has prompted a shifting of $3 billion earmarked for water, sewer, and electrical projects to security and oil production. Right. Get your money out first, right? Word on the street is that the US military is going to drop the hammer on Sadr City and Jam. A group of men from Fallujah is scouting out Americans living independently in Baghdad's wealthy neighborhoods.
All right.
So
we meet up.
Yeah. Our intelligence needs are the name of the operational commander of the Baghdad police car bombing, a meeting with Haitham al-Ansari to exchange information with VAJA, the Ministry of Intelligence of the Islamic Republic of Iran,
Yeah.
at the location of jam, rocket, and mortar hard sites north of Sadr City, and recruit Tahani al-Zubaydi, younger sister of Mahir, as an informant. So this is the younger sister of the guy I just beat the shit out of, right?
Nice. Fuck him anyway.
Okay. So yeah, we
Oh boy.
maybe we're a little hungover, right?
Yeah, and the
At
rest.
this briefing.
Okay. Listen, Klein. Not gonna lie, last week, kind of a bummer,
It sucked monkey cocks.
but we did the best we could.
Yeah, I guess.
You ever wonder if the things we do make a difference?
Um, that's what I have to tell myself every day, right? It'll be a lot worse. We're not just pissing into the wind.
Yeah. All right, let's start from the top and work our way down.
I mean, I
Don't
suspect.
after you.
I was going to say getting who's responsible for this police car bombing seems like a waste, but it's the kind of thing people in charge really want to know, right? They want to know who caused this havoc.
I think that makes sense. We should sort that out. Easy task, easy section. But we have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
The location of the rockets and mortar hard sites south of the city is
Okay. Well,
unbelievably important.
I imagine we can send Hamid for that, right?
All right, sounds good to me.
It's his neck of the woods.
Who should we send to go find out about the car bombing?
Well, this is. I mean, the intelligence that Hamid got from his contact uh, doesn't seem to have stopped this. So I don't know. Do we double down on Hamid or take a different approach?
Maybe it's time we sent Tundra.
Okay.
I feel Tundra will be able to get this done better. We tried the blunt approach. And
Yeah.
it ended up as a
Or
pop.
some surveillance. Won't go
They are the
straight.
best at surveillance after all.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got those two done. We know we're sending them to Jats, but we got to decide which one of us is going to sort out the information exchange. Remember, if you tell your operative, the operative will know the information from then on. Do you trust yours?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Why? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if you trust Leia, send Leia. Get us out operational commander. Get us out that. We'll send Hamid down to stop rockets.
Okay. I have a feeling that if we tell Hamid about this Tahani mission, he'll want to take it on. I mean, what have we got to lose?
I kind of don't want to send Hamid. I don't want to send Hamid over to go meet the sister. Hamid's profile doesn't seem to match up to a person that would take that easily. But if I may say something about my agent, Nashville's a family man. Maybe the young sister's in safer hands with him than against.
Yeah. Your big brother is a bad guy. We'll help you out.
That implies that we're not the bad guys. Let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can
We'll
do.
work our way down, mix what happens. Right. Let's start with everything that my what's called your agent will do. Focus your agent, get them done, and I'll be briefing my boy to make sure he knows what's up.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it's the usual phone call, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So this time, Leia's actually in a house cleaning the walls of the blood.
Okay.
And the phone goes off and she takes it and she's like, talk to me.
We've got some more work for you.
Not surprised.
You ready to jump into action?
No.
Okay, well, suck it up.
What a surprise. Didn't see that coming a mile away.
Well, this is our favorite pastime at this time and place, sucking it up.
Oh, really?
You should join the club.
I can give you a whole bunch of things you could suck.
Well, sure, send me a list. I'll see if I can fit it into my schedule.
Yeah. What do you want?
So we are looking for two things this week.
Go on.
We're looking to see who organized this police car bombing.
All right.
And also, we're looking for eyes on Haitham al Ansari, who is going to be meeting with the Iranians.
Ugh. Do you have a priority list?
Well, I think we got to take care of the police car bombing most. That's where all the heat is.
All right. I'll focus on that. On one condition.
Yeah.
This would be the third time I've had to work for you this week in a row. Are you finally going to give me what I want?
Second time.
This will be the third.
Not this week. You mean
No,
this
this
is
is
the third week? Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you want?
Help me find him. My brother. You said you knew where he was. It's the only reason I've worked with you so long. I want to know where he is by week 4. I'm tired of this. I've hunted down people. I've seen the name Abu Dira. People are literally painting things on my house. I've given you what you want. You've got my training. I just want to see my brother again. I don't care if he's alive or dead. I just need to know where he is.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
Don't do that to me. If you don't give me what I want by the end of next week, I'm done.
Okay.
Click.
So, is that whatever the CIA promises you doesn't show up this week?
Yeah. And also, you gave me no choice because you know where my brother is and are using it to blackmail me into working for you.
Okay.
Right, where is that tick? Oh, did you take it out for me?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah, that makes 2. We're up to 3. Oh, I do not trust 3. I'm gonna injure her.
Okay. If you don't roll a 1, right?
If I don't roll a 1. Wait, okay. If I roll a 1, I still injure her, right?
I think you get off scot-free if you roll a 1.
Oh, cool.
That's the way I read it.
Okay.
All right. Any potential negative outcomes based on the agent's mission choices are avoided, obviated, or overcome.
Nice. Okay, then. Just give me a 1, dice. It's a 4.
Were you looking for a 3?
No, I was looking for a 4.
Oh, you're looking for 4. Okay.
Yeah. Literally, I just keep rolling the exact number I need.
I mean, it works. Whatever works.
I mean, as long as there was 6, I don't care.
So, what does this look like?
All right. So the car bombing investigation requires me to do more surveillance, more watching people. I have 2 operatives that I'm avoiding as best I can behind me to keep them not bothered and keep them like occupied. I think I'm doing fairly well and that things are going great. I find a name and I start tailing them to see what I can find out. But the Cody and Aman blow my cover by accident. And the reason why they blow my cover is because the person I'm following, the actual bomber of the area, spots them and starts a shootout.
Okay.
During the shootout, I mean, I've already clocked as this guy, but I also know something happens to the operatives. I'm fucked. So I break cover myself and I catch a bullet trying to save Aman.
Okay.
And yeah, I have like a shot into my side. I'm like, oh, but of course, I can't really go to the hospital. So Aman and Cody have to grab me and put me into like a safe house and basically start treating my wounds desperately.
Yep.
Which is when I'm like, yeah, I know it's you. I've spotted you. You've been following me this whole time. I'm the best at surveillance, you know. I'm not. Don't you know? I'm one of the coolest. And I think that's when I established a relationship with Cody and Aman.
Okay.
I think for the first time, we actually like, we start connecting in a way and see that. But I get shot, and it means that I can't do the next mission. I can't do the meeting.
Okay. So we're just gonna blow that off.
Yeah, I think that makes the most amount of sense.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
we send Hamid.
Okay. Well, we'll see how
Yeah.
we feel.
Let's do the call between the handlers. Let's do a conversation between the handlers about what's going that what just happened.
Or between like Cody and Klein.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so then Cody's on the phone. I'm Cody this time. Hey, Agent Klein.
Who the fuck is this?
Hi, my name is I do apologize for this. Cody. I was assigned to the Iraqi division last
Yeah,
week.
yeah, I know we're in fucking country.
Yes, we have a situation.
Okay, who do you work for?
I currently work for the division involved in internal affairs.
Okay,
And our job was due to certain ideals and spending going through that we were to tell a certain person that had been acquired as an asset that we could do work with. That
okay,
person being codenamed Tundra.
okay. So why wasn't I notified of your interference in an active operation?
You're going to have to speak to someone above me,
Yeah,
unfortunately, for this
well,
one.
when I talk to your boss, you're gonna feel the hurt. So what's going on?
Well, we've got a bit of a problem. They've been shot.
Shot.
Yes.
How the fuck did this happen?
Incident happened during a shootout and they caught a stray bullet.
Oh, okay. So you were shooting.
Well, yes, but we didn't shoot her.
Okay, but you were shooting at someone that she was following as part of a mission, and
Yes.
so the person you were shooting at shot back and
Well,
killed.
they shot first and then we shot back,
Oh, well.
to be fair.
So you uh, have been following my agent for how long?
Yes,
For fuck's
but
sake.
that information is classified.
Okay.
So
So
now
you're gonna get my agent killed. You're gonna
define now ish.
fine now. Okay.
I mean, the breathing.
Well, get some fucking proper doctors over there, or bring her into the field hospital in the green zone.
They insist that they can't be seen in the field hospital and they want to leave, and that's why I'm calling you. They said they had a mission they had to do
Yeah.
because it was important that they do all their missions correctly this week because of something you were going to give them.
Okay. Don't care what she says. Bring her into the field hospital.
Oh, okay. Aman, can you? Aman? Um, hang on. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Click. He doesn't call back.
Okay.
Layla has broken out
Uh-huh.
and headed out of there to go somewhere else because she doesn't trust them.
Of course. Shit show.
I know, right? So here's the thing. If you want, Layla will still do that mission, but she will be nursing a bullet wound the whole time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna sail past that.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry about it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile,
So
Hamid, how you
let's
doing?
let's see Nashville do these uh, mortar bits and pieces. Seder City, baby.
Yeah, dude, we are running out of ticks so fast. Even doing only 3 missions, we are running out of ticks so fast.
Well, there is still a low like we still need to put our family in danger, and we have daily grind options up the wazoo. I think we have
True.
plenty. I think we have plenty of ticks.
But okay, let's do it.
So, and any. Okay, so jam rockets. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I think this is maybe when we are going to find out who I'm a double agent for. I think the other reason maybe that we don't see uh, this meeting between Hatham al Ansari and the Iranians is because I'm working for JM.
JM?
Yeah, no,
Are
JM,
you?
the
Oh, JM.
Baathists.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So you're not. So you're saying you're not Abu Dira.
no, no, no.
Gotcha.
But Al Ansari is maybe my handler.
Nice. All right, that sounds fair.
Um, uh, and maybe even if Layla goes, off book and tries to find her, their meet has been moved because Hamid has warned him.
Ah, nice. Okay, so yeah, that was officially off the table. So now
Yeah,
you have to recruit Tahani.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that gives me number two. Um, so I think um, I think the CIA is going to call me in for a humiliating interrogation and polygraph test.
Ooh. Well, I mean, you
Uh,
are a double agent.
yeah, yeah, but everyone knows how to beat a polygraph, right?
Mm. Don't forget that you have to do a mission that you're ill-advised against this week,
Yeah, I thought that was the
which is the
uh,
Tahani
the,
one,
the
isn't it?
Tahani one, right?
Yes.
Where the general thought was we shouldn't send him on us, but we're going
But,
to anyway.
but we're gonna have to now. We have no choice.
Yeah.
We need to catch quarters.
Okay, and get me to four. I think obviously. Have I? No, I haven't quite ticked all these contacts, but I'm ticking another one. Hisham Al Hassan, who runs the cafe Good Morning, is where I get all my news in Sadr City, right?
Yeah, do it.
And maybe this is a favorite hangout of the guys who do these attacks, and they chat a lot before they go on an attack, and yeah, we're he'll know. So turn up for tea, chat with him, get sent in the right direction, and hopefully I'll see all the signs. So that is me up to a four.
I believe in you. Just don't roll a 6.
A five.
Well, fuck. Okay, this is the worst week we've had so far.
A five. So, what do we think? That's just a straight failure.
Yeah.
What does that say?
I think
Um,
you get the information, but it's fake and they send you the wrong place.
okay, or rather, it's like uh, from another set of attacks, like last month or whatever.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's not like obviously fake, right?
No, because you're like, oh, it's definitely real. But the minute you go in to look into it, you realize that you've been sold a different bit kettle of fish.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
only that, you also have to, and that's why you're brought in for humiliation interrogation, because the
I,
CIA think that you
or
faked it.
maybe I don't realize it's fake, but they know because
Yeah.
it's been under normal surveillance.
Hmm.
And they know it wasn't there, so I've passed on Duff information, and that makes me a suspect.
Yep. And they're like, come in, we're going to talk to you for the next 5 hours,
Okay,
which means we're in trouble because we've got two missions we got to do. Otherwise, we can't continue. We're dead.
yeah. So maybe here's a pitch. I go and do the Tahani mission, and then maybe Layla finds a way to do this Al Ansari
I think that's
Iranian mission
great. I think we
anyway.
should definitely do it. Yeah, 100%. Let's
Okay,
do it. I have an idea.
okay,
But we're about to realize that week 4 is going to be impossible. Week 4 is about to be so impossible. I don't even want to think about it.
yeah. Okay, do we want to switch to Layla's second
Yeah,
mission, and
so
then we'll come back?
Layla's like lying back. She has the wound in her side. She's seriously bleeding. She's having the worst time. She's like bandaged it up because of Cody and man. And she's like, I've got to do this. I've got to find him. So she pulls herself up and she knows she's not an expert at it, but she knows someone who is. So she goes to see Dr. Marusa, who will patch her up as best as he can. Like, what happened to you? He's like, look, I can't tell anyone. Keep it down. Listen, doctor, I know you treat someone else who also goes through wounds. Tell me about Al Nasari. I need information from him. I don't get it. I can't do what I'm doing. And there's a bit of have an exchange, and they're like not sure how it works. They're not sure if they should give away their best for their friend or Doctor Confidentiality. And uh Layla's like, I'm not asking kindly, and points a gun at him. It's like, I'm asking seriously. I need this, and generally threatens his life. And so he tells her that he's meeting him this week. So she stays with him for 2 days until he gets on meeting,
Okay.
no matter what. However, I think, given the fact that that is the Ministry of Intelligence or what's called
Can I make a suggestion from
coming
Klein?
in. Yeah, go on.
Maybe this was in the original briefing before the whole field hospital order was given, but she has mentioned Odeh Kadar Al Mohammed, a
Uh-huh.
Jordanian intelligence officer,
Yeah,
who maybe has a different line on the Iranians, right? Not through Al Ansari, but through the Iranian intelligence. So, he knows that they're meeting someone here, and that gives you a different line. Uh,
I like it. I like
yeah,
it. Ticket.
ticked. You're up to a 3.
Yep. Okay, three so far. Three. Oh my God, I can't roll a three. We need. If I fail this, the game's over. I've got to get
Uh,
to at least a 4. I don't want to risk a
well,
3.
you have one personal tick box left. In what way are you a fuck up?
No,
You're in lover on the side. Are you saving that for a special occasion?
I'm saving that for week 4, mate. Week
Okay.
4. Week 4, that's gonna come in and
Yeah.
pay off. It's very important I save for week 4.
Uh,
Uh,
family. There's like 4 out of 6 family unticked.
yeah, but we need them for we have 5 checks left to do. We have 4 checks left to do. We can't keep spending on everything. I've got to roll on 3.
Okay.
3.
You roll a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, again. Are you sure
Again,
there's other numbers on this dice,
all
Lloyd?
I've rolled are 3 and 4s this whole game. Watch the last mission be 6, and I'm like, why am I here?
The dice gods giveth and take it away. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'll take what I can get. This dice is clearly bugged.
Yeah. So what do we think is? I mean, what does this look like? And then what's the downside?
All right, so I do that meeting and carry on. I think the downside is that Al Asari knows who I am. And Al
Okay.
Asari's like, the CIA are using you and they're going to use you until they are done with you and they're going to throw you in the bin. And I think Okweda also, Al Mohammed also confirms that they have no idea what my brother actually is. It's all a lie just to use me. Don't
Mhm.
trust Klein.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like in between at the moment, going, I don't know where things are going or what to do.
I mean, I mean, what I'm thinking now is, I mean, because you like the because they gave you no choice, right? They told
Mm-hmm.
you they knew who your brother is, right?
Yep.
So it's not they knew, but um, so it's definitely crueler than previously thought, right?
Yeah. Like, and I'm like, I'm stuck because I'm like, what if they're lying? What if the intelligence people are lying? So therefore, CIA do know. Or do I take the risk? Or am I doing this for nothing? And
Mhm.
I'm like trapped in between.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, okay, that seems fine. Um, so yeah, let's switch to recruiting Tahani Al Zubaidi.
Hey, no pressure. I've
No
left
pressure.
all those open for you.
Yeah,
Good
but it's
luck.
different. Yeah, success of zero starting, so I'm gonna be ticking some boxes.
Oh
Um,
God.
so I, yeah. Um, okay, so I think my cover is blown, perhaps in some small or unnerving way.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe what happens is that Al Ansari is talking about how um, the Americans are using you, and maybe he says something that leads you to believe that Hamid is like that. There is someone working for the Americans who is really working for him, right?
Ah.
And maybe that'll get passed back to the Klein and then shared with Forbes, and then it'll be something dropped in the conversation that will make Hamid a bit more paranoid than he otherwise is.
So you think Forbes now suspect that Hamid is a double agent?
Or he is a small but unnerving way. So maybe Forbes suspects that there's a double agent, but doesn't know who it
Who don't
is.
know who it is? Got it.
Yeah,
I like that. That makes sense with what Forbes is like.
um,
All right, that's one.
it's
Congratulations.
one. So that
Oh, the
gets me up
game's
to one,
over.
right?
If you roll and you get a number, the game's over. We all go home, I guess. So technically it works out.
I guess, yeah. Um, I am going to go with someone counting on you is tortured to death with a power drill and dumped in the Tigris.
Oh my God. What? You're going straight to that?
Yeah. Well, the other option was I am abducted, beheaded, and left in the Haifa rolling.
That's fair. Yeah, that kind of leaves you out of week 4, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to save that for week 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Okay. So Al Zubaidi, who is my nemesis, knows that the other person he killed, Alina, my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
has a daughter, and he tracks her down
Oh
and he
no.
kills Camilla.
Holy
Um,
shit. Shit got real.
yeah, she got real. Um, ouch. And then um, that's a 2. That is, I'm gonna get myself to a 3 at least.
I remember like about half an hour ago, we're like, got plenty of ticks. And I was like, no, we
Yeah,
don't. No, we really do not. I have been generously lucky, and that luck has run out. You gotta get to five. Listen, at the very least, we've got to get to week 4 and then fail everything.
yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna. So do we think that Forbes offers some help from the daily grind?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Forbes is evicted from his air conditioned trailer.
Okay.
Like he has that lovely trailer. It's all there. Apparently, the money he paid to get the ribs and stuff in for the barbecue did not pay through, and as such, they've kicked him out, and he's now stuck in a normal hotel room with no
Or
central heating.
or All the things that didn't get on the flight because he was packing all these ribs in were actually important.
Shit, Forbes is not looking good.
Um, you know,
Mate,
I,
we are not. But let's be fair. We're not gonna make it to week 4. We're not gonna make it past week 4, are we?
I,
Let's just count it now. There's no way. There's literally no way we're gonna make it past week 4. We
okay,
don't have enough ticks.
sure.
Just don't roll a 6, or the game is over.
So I'm on a 3, right?
Yeah, you're on a 3 at the
Am I
moment.
going to take my chances with a 3?
No,
Okay,
if you take it a 3, we're not gonna make it.
okay. I'm gonna. Okay, our last local contact, Amir Al Shihab Al Takriti, a JTJ zealot,
Mhm.
who maybe makes sense um, that he knows a little bit of the detail uh, of the security, right? And he's able to give us a lead in
Nice,
that
nice,
allows me access to Tahani.
nice. Do it. Yeah. Let's just get to the last month and then just don't do the rest. Done. That's it.
Okay, so that is me to 4. Do I want to
Uh-huh.
get to 5?
No, no, fuck it. If
Okay,
God says that you should roll a 6,
okay.
you roll a 6.
A 2.
Hey, we did it. We made it to week 4. All right, week 4 doesn't matter. We don't care if we succeed or lose because we still make it to the end
We
of it.
still
That's
made
what
it,
I'm at.
right?
Doesn't
Um,
matter if we live or lose at the end of that week.
so, so what does this look like? And then maybe you can tell me the unpleasant surprises.
No
Um,
problem.
so yeah, I think we see maybe Tahani like in a public place. Uh, Hamid sits down next to her, um, and like he is maybe tightly controlling that violence and terror. Right, he is
Mhm,
trying not to do like he, especially with the death of Alina, now
mhm.
really wants to make Al Zubaidi pay, and that like why would I not kill his sister, right? To make him hurt, but
Makes
he is
sense.
like restraining himself. Um, and maybe he has a picture of Alina and Camilla, who's I don't know going to die soon or has already been killed, um, and it tells her about what her brother has done, um, and says, you know, you can help us to stop him. You can help make sure that this doesn't happen again. What do we
I
think?
think
Yeah,
the penalty is that at the same time, while you're doing this, her son has realized that nothing he does is going to stop you. So he's going to do the next best thing. And he is going to sell out to JAM to have them get you killed. And they're going to
okay,
send Abu Dira after you.
okay. Who we've established
That's
is a
week
real
4.
person.
I mean, yeah, he's a real person. So like he's coming, bitch. He's coming for that booty.
Excellent. Okay,
Okay, final week. We did
week
it.
4.
Yeah, we failed
Let's
on that.
we take a 5 minute break.
Yeah, but why? The game's gonna end in 2 minutes.
Sure, but let's take a 5
Let's
minute
just
break.
do it. Let's just go in. Fuck the breaks. Let's do it.
Uh, I need to turn on the light. So, well,
Fine.
no,
Take
things are getting dark. We'll just go dark
Yeah, let's
naturally,
do
right?
it. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So
Okay.
week 4.
Week 4.
Whew.
Read me that shit.
This is gonna be bad.
There's
Um,
no way we're doing this. There's literally no way we're doing this.
third week of September. A Briton and 2 Americans, Jack Hensley, Eugene Armstrong, and Kenneth Bigley, are kidnapped from their central Baghdad home by a team of 11 criminals in civilian clothing. The 3 are employees of the Al Khalij service company, and their home is in the upscale residential neighborhood of Al Mansour. So the
Nice,
kind
nice.
of place that you live in, right?
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Um, a bomb is detonated in the Batouin neighborhood on Sadoun Street near the Al Madak restaurant. 1 Iraqi is killed, 16 are injured. 5 people are killed and 45 injured in airstrikes on Sadr City. The US military announces the success of precision strikes on enemy positions. JTJ finalizes negotiations to become Al Qaeda in Iraq, with al Sakari swearing fealty to Osama bin Laden. Word on the street is JTJ is celebrating its alliance with Al Qaeda by planning a major operation to kill multinational force soldiers in southern Baghdad, and the
Oh
American
boy.
hostages are going to be executed. Kelsa
Oh
Breeze.
boy. Side note, those boys did not make it. I want to say this now, in case you didn't remember. I remember those boys don't make it. Those boys
I'm
don't
not.
make it, mate.
I'm not going to read ahead to the postscript, but
You don't
yeah,
need to. I'm telling you what happened in real life. Those boys did not make it. Don't point it out.
yeah.
Those 3 guys, 2 of them died now, 1 of them dies later. That's how it works out.
What can we say? So, our intelligence needs are the location, timing, and method of JTJ's upcoming operation, a meeting with the kidnappers of the boys to tender a cash offer for their release, and find out the location of JM Al Aboud's 9 missing chemical mortar rounds. And the final one, surveillance to establish a pattern of activity and contacts for Khalid al Mashadani, particularly points of contact with al Zakari. Okay. So 2 difficult tasks, 2 regular tasks. So no soft 2s today.
Mate, oh fucks no matter what we do.
Okay.
Okay. Handler meeting.
Handler meeting.
For the first time in like 3 weeks, you see that Forbes is actually looking disturbed because he doesn't have his air conditioned trailer anymore. And he is fast, he's red, he's tired, he's grumpy, and he sits at his table and he's staring at the paperwork and he's staring at the thing and he's moaning and he looks pissed and he's tired and he sighs and he's like, I hate this, but here we are. How are you doing, Klein?
I have a better years.
Honestly, there's a bit of a problem.
How so?
Tell you what, I'll tell you what my problems, my people are. You tell me what your problems are. Deal?
Go first.
I think we have a double agent.
There's a problem with your people.
I don't know. Not sure where it comes from or why, but someone is informing people of something else. I didn't think it was true until I got your report about Leia meeting with Al Ansari. I looked at the reports like before, and I would have sworn that's changed to what was supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Normally, it isn't a big deal, but
well, the only thing I would say is that the Iranians are paranoid creatures. You know, we are messing in their pond, and they don't like it, and they are. They deal with a lot of infighting themselves amongst their various intelligence agencies, and they get spooked easy, and for good reason. So I mean, I think like a natural reading is to say there's a double agent, but also like the Iranians switch the point of contact, business as usual.
maybe. I know you're the analyst. You probably know better than I do.
And just like the Iranians are.
It's just look, listen, I've been in this country for a year now, and I know Iranians tend to be paranoid, but not like this.
Mhm.
Not concerning this.
Well, how did
Side note,
Nashville's polygraph go?
they came out perfectly clean, 100% innocent, nothing wrong with them whatsoever. They were absolutely duped.
Sorry. So, but like, how do you know that? Were you sitting in on the polygraph and you just think they got it wrong?
No. I need to clarify this. The polygraph came through perfect. There were no discrepancies whatsoever.
Okay. Okay.
No, I
Um,
feel I should clarify something again. That's not possible. You don't get past a polygraph unless you've trained yourself to get past a polygraph.
okay. So like no strange wobbly bits that we would expect from
no odd. No odd numbers, no strange lives going through anything else, no odd in-betweens, no slight doubts, nothing. It's all exactly perfectly smooth.
Okay, and the polygraph guys say this, but they're trusting fools who believe everything that they tell us about the polygraphs. But we know better.
Yes, I know people. You know work, I know people. It's
So,
more like it's what you would see if it's what I would be comfortable with if there was one or two ticks, because someone's always lying. But there were no ticks, and that worries me more than anything else.
so do we think Nashville used to work for the Bathursts, or do we think he's working for someone now?
Don't know. Look, it doesn't matter either way. But he's an asset. We use him. If we can't use him, we burn him.
Okay.
That was how everything works. At least that's what about Layla. She just seems to be working great. Always on the side,
Well,
right?
apart from this mess with the internal investigation, she got
Yeah.
shot and she ran away from the safe house. I mean, I don't like that.
Yeah, but she did the mission. I mean, she did it with like unbelievable gusto. I can't believe anyone would have gone that far just to get it done.
Well, she wants something that I can't give her.
What do you mean?
She wants to know where her brother's body is, and I can't give her that. But that's the only thing she's working for.
Well, can you give us something else? Do
I
you
don't
know
think.
where the brother is?
No, I don't. I mean, like, I mean, if you saw what I saw the report after that attack, there was basically nothing identifiable left. So
Yeah, I guess you're right. There wouldn't be no way you could.
she wants a body to bury, right? I get that, but I can't give it to her.
All right, if you say so. Well, let's focus less on our wonderful wild things and just get through another week, shall we?
Okay. Sorry, my question is like, if we're a little bit dodgy on Nashville, which jobs can we give him that he won't fuck up on purpose?
We don't know who he works for. If it's JTJ, no, it can't be JTJ. He's given us intel about JTJ, and he's given us info about JAM.
So it's
I
it's
say we send him out to find out about the JTJ's upcoming operation.
yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna guess who would be giving him that training, it's either the Ba'athists, the JM, or the Iranians, right? And that kind of makes sense, right?
Makes sense to me. So that should be
Um,
fine if we're not sure. Didn't like his polygraph test.
yeah. So what do you think? The
Is your agent still shot?
uh, I mean, she's still shot. You don't get unshot, but she's up for it.
Well, let's send it to find the what's called the chemical mortar rounds.
Chemical workarounds. Let's send Nashville to JTJ, and then I mean,
Thundra to JM.
yeah. And then this kidnapping thing, right? We want to take care of that.
I don't know who to send for that.
It's like a cash offer for their release. So,
We just need someone with a bag of cash
and who won't escalate?
and who won't escalate.
Maybe
It's gotta be Leia.
that makes sense to me.
All right. Let's get to work.
So, first one on the docket, uh, the JTJ.
Mm-hmm. Well, have fun.
uh, we'll see what we can do.
Oh my God.
Um, so this is uh, they're planning a major operation now that they're Al Qaeda Iraq to kill multinational force soldiers in southern Baghdad. Okay,
As you do.
as you do. So, I mean, so you're doing two missions, and one of them
Yep.
is starts at 0.
Yes.
So I guess I should mostly take my chances here.
No, you know what? Fuck it. Do it. Go in. Because if you fail your mission, we're already out.
Yeah, but if I fail the mission, we can always go for the fourth.
No. It doesn't matter because like we won't have the roll for the fourth.
We'll take our chances with the dice roll,
So
right?
it will be much
Okay,
easier. It will be much easier if you go for a 4 and fail than you go for a 3 and hope for the best.
okay. So, yeah, I mean, somehow, I guess, they thought I had an in with JTJ at the very start, right? Because I was kind of hiding my true
Mhm.
allegiance, and I was going, "Oh, I know everyone, right?"
Yep.
Um, uh, uh, okay, and certainly not that they have um, now merged, have this corporate merger with Al Qaeda.
Hmm.
So that gets me to 2. Now I'm out of personal ammunition. Um,
That's still 2. You know what? That's still 2.
that's still 2.
Still 2.
So, I think let's go for personal. So, if someone counting on me vanishes, I think Rashid has disappeared,
Oh no.
and I do not have the time to look for him. So I'm out doing this mission when everyone at home thinks I'm looking for him,
And you're like,
which is fucked up.
shit.
And if I'm going out, I'm gonna go out, right? So abducted, beheaded, and left on Haifa Road with a placard.
Jesus. So you're going all in now, aren't you?
Yeah. So I roll a 1, or that's happening, right?
All right. Well, I guess that means Abu Dira gets you.
Yeah. When the legendary killer is on your trail, really, there's
There's
not much
nothing you can do
way out.
about it. Just gotta
Yeah.
take it and move on.
So I kind of dice. It's a 3, so it's a
Oh,
success
hey, you died for
with
nothing.
with all the consequences.
Wee, yeah, not so much.
Um. So I think we find exactly where these JTJ people are going, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know exactly where, exactly when, who, where their roots are, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm driving away, and I'm starting to look for Rashid, and I find Rashid, but that is the trap that Abu Dira has set for me,
So
right?
for you, and
So
that's when he
he's
takes you
abducted
out.
my son, and this is how he gets me into this location. So yeah, that's it, right? Abducted, beheaded, left on the Haifa Road with a placard warning others not to collaborate. I think though maybe Rashid is not. Maybe Rashid is just killed and left somewhere else.
Oh
So
damn.
he because he is kind of in with Al Sadir, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Um,
no, because Al Sadir is what's called hired Abu Dira, right?
yeah, but Rashid was like working with the Sadr army, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
That was what we had said. So
Mm-hmm.
he, so I think maybe Abadira says I can't leave a guy's son alive to come back at me for revenge, so I'm just gonna
So
take
chill
care of that
out,
right now, but I'm not gonna desecrate him because he hasn't done anything wrong.
man. That's cool, man. Abu Dira is a bitch.
Yeah, but there you go. Uh, Do we go on with our missions, or do we get a reaction shot
Yeah,
on this?
I feel we save the reaction for the end
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because like Forbes doesn't know this has happened to you. Forbes thinking you've done the mission. Like, yeah, good work, thanks. Call you later. And
yeah.
then we'll cut to Layla, who is like, no, no, no. You know what? You know what? It happens the next day, so there is a reaction.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Forbes is like running around, going, "What the hell is happening? Where's my agent gone? Were they a double agent? They don't know. They're being brought in for information. They're being told a whole bunch of stuff."
I mean, you know what's going on here, right? Is that um, he got killed doing this mission for us, and therefore he can't possibly have been the double agent, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
What was I wrong this whole time? Did I fuck it up? I don't know. But hey, at least Klein still has an agent.
Yeah, so now we're suspecting Tundra, right?
Yeah. It makes sense because we're like, well, if it wasn't him, then it has to be Tundra.
Yeah.
Why would she be there? So now she's got Cody, Man, and Forbes on her back.
Okay. So do you want to tackle this kidnapping thing first?
Okay, let's just do our ticks and see what we can get. All right. Clearly, I've been given the worst assignment because I have a fucking bullet in my chest.
Yes. You should have been off this month, but so you were up to one.
Just a heads up. You know, I said we're at 11. We don't have 11 anymore.
We do not. We that was true at that moment in time.
All right. I think someone counting on me tries to help me out in this mission,
Okay. Who's
being
that?
my aunt.
Okay. Your traumatized aunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I know what's called. I know the place. We serve them food. We get them food and stuff like that. Let me get you in touch. And again, I'm like, stop helping. Stop helping. It's really bad if you help. I can do this. I have a bullet wound in me. I'm so tired. I don't know how to deal with any of this. I'm kind of almost broken down in tears. I'm not even a real fighter, but I'm trying my best. That's two.
Okay.
Hey, Klein. I think maybe you should get a visit from the battalion who took casualties because of Baghdad.
Definitely.
Thanks. So that's three. Do I
Um,
go for four? Yes.
yes, definitely. One,
But no,
two.
the problem is that we have one, two, three, four, five left.
Yeah, and then the next task that we're taking is a success of one. So we only need four here. So we definitely want to go for four. Another plus one now.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I think this is the time that I'm told that I have to become a double agent or otherwise. And I think it's Al Sadia who personally turns up outside my door.
Okay.
I think Al Sadia turned. No, you know what? No, I won't use that one yet. I'll use the robbed. I want to save that for the final mission.
Okay. So while your aunt is out, the whole
The whole house
the
is
whole house is ransacked.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Oh my
that
god.
counts as foreshadowing now, right?
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's up to a
Okay.
four.
Okay. Dice, you've rolled 1 to 4 this whole game. I just need you to do it two more
One more
times.
time.
Two more
Two
times.
more times.
That's a 4. I am so good at this game. I am the
Blessed. You're
best.
blessed. Okay. So
I do the meeting,
I mean
but
this.
all of those consequences are going to happen.
Yeah. So what? I mean, what happens to your aunt? Who tries to help?
Yeah, I think my aunt tries to help, and I think I compromise my aunt by her being there, and that's why the house is robbed when we get back. I think that's when I get the attention of JAM, who are like, oh, is that what it's gonna be?
Yeah.
And Al Sadia personally is there to make it worse for me. But I
he is
mean,
a
that's gonna be next
lieutenant,
roll.
right?
We're not
Who
now.
runs kidnapping and assassination and tortures people
Yeah,
to obtain confessions. Seems like it might be in his bailiwick, right?
yeah, true. You're right. What a great guy.
What a great guy. Okay. And like, how does that meeting go, right? You think you're successful, you arrange this handover, yeah, that we're going to release the guys or
When was
whatever.
guys, no problem. I'll get the money to you. Get it next week. I'll say what happened in real life. I think they negotiated it. I think they handed the first batch of money out and then they just stopped talking to them. I think that's how it worked IRL.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's gonna happen. They're like, yeah, we'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it. First batch of money now, second batch of money, and they just cut communication.
Mm-hmm.
And they start broadcasting that we've never made deals with them, that never happened.
Yeah, that to the American imperialist pigs, right?
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a hero, right?
I think I am.
You've successfully negotiated the release of the hostages.
All right, there we go. That's me, Layla, saving the day.
So last mission, the JM's missing chemical mortar rounds.
At least it starts at a 1.
So you do, yeah, it starts with a 1. That's good news. You have a lover, right? A secret lover who is as yet untouched here.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to touch them. So this is how it's going to work out. On the day I come back with the what's called the house, the lights are off and the place has been ransacked. And I tell my aunt not to go in. I go in on my own. And when I go on my own, the guy who said was like, give me the ultimatum.
Yeah. Whose name is Sheikh Safa al Tamimi.
Yeah, Sheikh Safa is there waiting for me inside the house. And we then established that my lover, what's called Khalid, is there waiting for them.
Okay.
Khalid actually works for JAM.
Okay. Excellent.
And he's been beaten up and he's been put down. They put a gun on his head. And they basically are like, you either work for us now, from now on, because we could do something else, or not only will we kill him, we will also kill you, and we'll send Abu Dira after you.
Okay. So that's you up to a 3.
Hey, nice.
And wait a minute, there are 2 things left. Right?
Yep.
I think it's. I mean, we could tick them both, right? Why not?
I mean, why not? You get to go back to the States.
Yeah, which is what I really wanted after all. But Clement also accidentally reveals your identity to INIS.
You fucking
So it's in a briefing. It's about a suspected double agent. It seems pertinent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are thoroughly compromised by insurgents. But maybe now that you work for them, maybe it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Great.
And I get sent back to the States because my worker is done.
You're like,
I've ticked that box on my HR review chart. So you're working on a 5. So I don't like to say this, but anything but a 6.
Okay, watch me now on the last roll. The last fucking roll. Roll a 6.
Or a 1. Think of the glory.
No, it was a 3.
A 3, okay.
What a boring roll. What
a boring roll. Come on.
Roll again. Let me roll again. No, I want something else. 3 again. What the fuck?
Because the dice only has 3s and 4s. It's an average.
No, look. 3, 4, 1. I'm not making it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, with a 5. Okay, that's better than nothing.
Okay.
Oh, there's a 1. There's a 3.
Okay, but now that it's not a real roll, it doesn't care. It's like, I'll show you I'm good for it.
I can't believe I have rolled 4s to 1s the entire game. That's wild.
Yeah. Okay. So what does it look like? You find these missing chemical mortar rounds. And
yeah, I do.
The bad shit is pretty baked in, right?
I've got a bullet wound. I'm injured. I'm tired. It's been hell. But I locate them. I locate them. I locate where they are, but I don't believe it, and I have to infiltrate the building itself to make sure. They are underneath the green zone.
Okay.
Someone within the green zone has had them brought in and kept on the green zone to keep them safe.
I think it's our dodgy American businessman, right?
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It ties everything together.
Okay. So, should we read what happens in the fourth week of September?
No, because we have one last thing to deal with. Klein doesn't get to leave until I know where my brother is.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, so you want a terrible meeting? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think what will
Um,
happen is that I will catch Klein on the way to the airport.
yeah. Or on the maybe outside, like wherever the cars park, somewhere you can get to, but which is not quite
Yeah.
uh,
So we can have a
in public.
one-on-one. So yeah, there's a bit where Klein's getting out of play, getting out like the luggage. She's got a luggage. She's walking across like near to the tarmac, and like a car is standing there, and I've leaned against it, but I've leaned on it, so the part of my body that's bleeding is still like kind of exposed, and I've got a gun in my hand, and I'm standing, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "Hello, Klein."
Layla.
Heard you were skipping town. Shame, we all would miss you if you go.
Well, I've been sent back to Langley.
Well, isn't that convenient? I mean, you could have at least said you were going. Give me a goodbye. Sent me
Well,
a letter.
that's not protocol.
You know what else is in protocol? Not giving me what you said you would.
So yeah, I think maybe there is some photographs I can show you.
No, that's not good enough.
Let me show you.
I look at it and go, are you gonna reach into your pocket for those?
I'm gonna reach into my bag.
She pauses and Leah shows the gun and goes, go ahead.
So out comes a flimsy dossier with photographs of that remains scene that we had discussed previously with Forbes,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing is identifiable. It's just a like a splash of gore.
And Leah goes, that's it? This is what you made me work for?
You lied to yourself to bring yourself in. No one else whose people were killed got remains. Why did you think you were special?
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. For a second, I thought an American would hold their word.
Well, they're not in the habit of doing that. If they don't keep their promises to us, why would they keep their promises to you?
You see Leia holding the gun, puts the gun away, and walks towards Klein, but starts to walk past them. And when they walk past them, there's a little bit of distance between them. She doesn't turn around, but she goes, don't be late for your flight. And then she keeps walking.
And cut
No.
and
Why
boom.
would it? Yeah. Leia, like what happened is the plane hasn't got people in it. It's like sitting there waiting. The pilots are out, so no one's in there. Klein is walking towards the plane, and in mid-step, it explodes. And like she's thrown back, and like there's fear in her face, and all of that. And she sort of turns back, and she can see Leia sitting in the car, looking at her, and the window rolls up, and then Leia drives off.
Okay. And cut.
We did it! We made it to week 4!
We made it to the end of week 4, more to the point. Well, I mean, most of us made it.
Hey, look, I didn't decide that you were going to be killed, okay? You decided that.
We needed every tick, right?
We needed every tick. We got lucky. I mean, like, if you hadn't, we would have got 5.
Okay. So we'll stop the recording and maybe a quick debrief, and
Well,
then.
no, we've got to do that last week, right? Postscript.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so here's our news. Fourth week of September. At a celebration of the opening of a water treatment plant in the Amil district of southern Baghdad, coordinated car bombs killed 41, including 35 children, and wounded 131, including 10 U.S. soldiers. Soldiers are handing out sweets. Al Zakawi and Al Qaeda in Iraq claim responsibility. A fuel convoy is ambushed along the route Irish side of Baghdad. That's the route to the airport. 4 Iraqis are killed and 14 are injured. Hostages Jack Hensley and Eugene Armstrong are beheaded.
Yep.
Britain's Muslim Council sends a delegation to Baghdad to try in vain to arrange the release of Ken Bigley. A comprehensive 15-month search for weapons of mass destruction, remember those?
I've never forgot.
Concludes that the only chemical or biological agents that Saddam's regime were working on before last year's invasion were small quantities of poisons, most likely for use in assassinations.
And that's it. That's the game.
So thank you very much if you made it this far. I'll stop the recording.